Hi Brenda, hi Lisa, Mary Kim, J.O.S. Jimmy, can I have a package of vitamins? Chris, can I have vitamins, please? Shelley, Cynthia, Ann, Sea Glass and Shells, Linda, L. Jackson, Mandy, Hall, hello, Robin, Wildlife, Sonia, Leah Matthews, hello, hey Joe Kana, hey Sheila, hey Kylie, Kai. Mammy Love, first time here, Mammy Love. Welcome. Teresa, Mary Warren. Hi, Mary's your first time here. Hi, Candace. Hi, Julie T. Hi, Mrs. McJagger. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Evie. Hi, Helen. Hi, Lamb Chops. Hi, Ivy Lynn. Hi, Deb on the Move. What's your second? Oh, I don't recognize your name. Hi, Linda. Hi, Short Nice. Hi, J Bells. Hi, Lonnie. Hi, Veronica. Thanks, Teresa. Hey, Sassy Darcy. Connie Coghill. Are you new here tonight, huh? Got a lot of new ones in here. Hey, Two Scooter. Oh, it was a while back, Mammy? I would still remember. I have a pretty good memory. That's why I connect with the community. Hi, Tamlin. Hi, Cowgirl Up. Hi, Teresa. I'll just take, I have to take my vitamins. I'll do them in. Michelle, you're new here too? We're not talking about that case tonight. Hi, Ginger Spice. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Teresa. We got you, Teresa. I thought you were the other Teresa. Hello, Monica. Hi, Zobug. So there was an update. I didn't do anything to it, and you're going to laugh. I really didn't do anything to it. I brushed it. I know, Alethea, you're old. Not that way, right? Hi, Wick. Hi, Linda. Hey, you go, girl. Thanks, Mrs. McJagger. The part got like messed up on the side, and then I just like, I don't know, the bangs wouldn't come down. Hi, Yvette. So, Sea Glass and Shells. Thanks, brushed hair. You're biting your New York tongue right now with you brushing it. I'm telling you, ask Jimmy. Maybe I should brush more often. I probably should. It might be something with the lake, you know. I don't know. So, did you hear about the British Columbia update? Thank you, guys. I got like 10 alerts about it. Appreciate that in case I missed one. Hi, Monica R. Your first night? You heard? Okay. Did everybody hear? I don't have to say anything. You all know. Okay, good. Hey, Katie. Okay, good. Everybody heard. Wonderful. Good news. Okay. No, Kai, you didn't hear. Sea Glass and Shells heard. Yes. Yes, CYNT. Hi. Oh, heck yeah. You didn't hear, Ellen? No, you didn't hear. You heard. Yes. No, I've been here a few months. Oh, okay, Monica. It doesn't... Found the bodies of both. Now, did they get a positive ID on them? Hey, Brenda. Hi, Jen. Paula, hello. Hi, Patty and Jack. Well, let's see. I'll just go over, let's see what we have as the latest update. Hang on. Okay, so, well, they're believed to be dead, is what it says. Let's see, this is from 2 hours ago. Come on, come on, come on. After a weeks-long manhunt, the RCMP announced Wednesday that Breyer, Schmegelski, and Cam McLeod are believed to be dead. Manitoba RCMP said officers located 2 male bodies believed to belong to the suspects near the shoreline of the Nelson River. The discovery was made at 10 a.m. Wednesday morning. Come on. Okay, Assistant Commissioner, whoops, now my thing just jumped. Come back, come back. Oh my gosh. No, thanks. I don't want that. Assistant Commissioner Jane McLatchie said at a press conference that she is confident the bodies belong to the suspects, but cannot confirm until autopsy results are determined. McLatchie said the 2 bodies were found in a dense bush area, roughly 8 kilometers from where the burnt vehicle was found days earlier. Okay, and the bodies were first transported by boat and then loaded into a trailer. They were then taken to the airport in Gillam so they could be transported to Winnipeg for autopsy. The bodies were transported separately, each in a RCMP plane. She explained that the RCMP found a critical piece of evidence on Friday that allowed them to focus on certain areas and carry out a search on foot. Following this discovery, we were at last able to narrow down the search. We immediately sent in specialized RCMP teams to begin searching nearby high-probability areas, McLatchie said. On Saturday, RCMP had said they found several items directly linked to the suspects along the banks of the Nelson River, but did not provide details on what the items were. In an interview with the Global News on Wednesday, McLatchie said that bodies believed to be these suspects have been located. Homicide investigators will work to understand exactly what took place. Here in Manitoba, we have forensic identification specialists who are on the scene and will go over it very carefully to collect whatever evidence they can that would be of help in the homicide investigation, she said. And the bodies we found will be sent to Winnipeg for autopsy, where we can officially confirm their identity and the cause of death. Okay. So that's the scoop. You think it was suicide? If they drown, how did they get out of the water? You say suicide. Not till the, okay. Suicide, how else? Maybe a killer got them. Some said drown. I see fluff. Yeah, that's Jimmy's little experiment. Jimmy's going to try to make s'mores inside. He thinks he developed something that he would like to do in a video by making s'mores inside with fluff. How's the chocolate going to melt? He's going to put it in the microwave, I guess? I don't know. He thinks it's like totally ingenious. You love melted chocolate with the laser, yeah. One news release said found in river, another said on land. You've done it inside lots? Fluff, such an East Coast thing? Really? They don't have it on the West Coast? Really? Seriously? Why would that be? Hello, random guy. Hi, Cam. Hi, Mary. Hi, Wildlife. So, what was the other thing? They didn't look like troubled teens. Hey, Boxer Rescue. Hi, Mystery Truth Seeker. S'mores are amazing no matter what. You've never noticed if that's, go look if they have, not Puff, Fluff, Jessica. Puff. Oh boy. I wonder if anybody else is on their deathbed. Oh no, this is a news flash. They figure after the boat capsized, they may have made it to shore, and since they couldn't start a fire, they may have just given up. You had Biscoff with ice cream? Really? And I'm not being rude about saying that about someone being on their deathbed, because that's the text I got the other night that upset me. It was fake. Rambling Ethan and Luke. Oh yeah, they're in the background. Hey Candace. Hi Judy. Carol Clark. Hi Two Scooter. Hi Jeanette. You wonder what the autopsy will say and if it's suicide. How did they kill themselves? At your local Walmart, a homeless woman was cooking with a camping stove in the backseat of her car while the husband shopped, started the car on fire. Kids sleeping in the next car overkilled. Oh my gosh. Why were the kids sleeping in the next car? Are they their kids or other kids? Do a lot of homeless people stay there in their cars? That's terrible. Where is that, Sassy? You're in, what, Michigan or something? You just saw a moth? Yeah, you'll see them. Jimmy's been going in and out through the door. And I want to find out how Angel Callie's mother is. Angel Callie, if you're listening, let us know. Walmart lets people... Yeah, I see the campers there. Yeah, okay. No, it's not something you joke about. Nor do you say someone's not going to make it through the night in order to get attention. But that's exactly... Was there anything on Slack? No, not that I saw. Let me see. She puts it in general. I've been, let me see. I'll check general and see if she's put anything on there. No update. No update. I do have pictures of the cake that Kristen is going to bake. Hold on, let me get back to the old saying. Crying wolf, exactly. I don't know how they don't realize how silly and ridiculous, and it's more than silly. It's I can think of many names. I'll just keep them to myself. No news is good news, as they say, right, Two Scooter? Yeah, me too, Seaglass. Right, cowgirl. I'm going to get the pictures of the cake. She sent more than pictures. I mean, you're not going to believe how many. Now, this is what Kristen wants to bake, right? So it's going to be that apple coffee cake. No, not apple. Why did I say apple? Please strike that. It's nothing about apple. The coffee cake. Let me just get her. She sent a lot of pictures, so I'm just going to get. A few pics. Okay. So I think she made this today just to show us. All right, let me. Okay, now if I just click on this, I wonder if I can just throw this. Let me see if I can throw it over here. Okay, so those are the ingredients. Baking soda, flour, sugar. Oh, it is apple. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe I did see apples on the top. She said I dotted the top with butter, so it came out darker on top than I'm used to. That's just cinnamon. It's not burnt at all. Okay, so she has vanilla and ground cinnamon, baking powder, and salted butter. Okay. And then, let me see. The next one. Okay. And that's how she lines the pan. And oh, why can't I oh, look, how silly of me. There we go. That's so much easier. And there's her mixing the ingredients. And look, she's got like a little bit of video there, right, Kristen? A little bit of a moving picture. Look at the pan moving. The liquid you put on? The liquid you put on? The liquid you put on the cake is really good, Kristen. And there's her daughter eating it. I think she's trying to give a thumbs up. There we go. That's better. Okay, thanks, Kristen. So let me get back to the chat. Hang on. Okay. So that looks good. Everybody, she's in there to bake that cake, and yesterday 2 shoppers in Walmart IMH in Baton Rouge got into an argument. They pulled guns on each other. One fired and an innocent shopper nearby was wounded. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Looks like your daughter, Ninja. What happened to Roger Rabbit? Oh, for your hip? Is that your hip? You're getting your life back. I can't tell you how often. Taking me on. Oh. Good for you, right, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Oh, I got an interesting letter today. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Hold on. Are you listening? Hi, Carolyn. I want to make sure this is the right letter. Okay. I have been watching your channel for a few months now. I never chat. I'm a lurker. LOL. I've just caught up with your live stream today, covering the new case. I just want to let you know that I'm a cam model. And I have been for 5 years now. I'm 35 and I live in the UK. I used to be a teacher. And I got into cam modeling after leaving teaching due to the stress. But that's a whole different story, LOL. Anyway, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about camming, if you need anything cleared up. I'm from the UK. If you mention me in the chat at all, please don't use my name, as I obviously want to remain anonymous for my safety. Anyway, I love your channel. Hope to hear from you soon. But if not, keep doing what you're doing. You're a real genuine lady and very refreshing to have on YouTube. Okay, so if you've got cam questions, I can get you some answers. As we go through the case, you might have questions. Group Eric, yeah, cam girls, we're studying a case where the person that murdered his family was infatuated and obsessed with a cam girl. Hello there, and yes, lots of thick icing on every cake. That's really me writing the letter, Jay. Everybody's wondering, who is it? She says she's not in the chat, so it's none of you. The Bulgarian cam girl, yeah. You want to ask if she finds the guys creepy? Here, I'll write down a list of your questions. That's good. Let's get some questions, and I'll send them off to her. Let me get my pen. Let's ask, okay, let's one at a time now. Hold on. So does she find the guys creepy? Good question. That's a really good question. Okay, anybody else? Hey, Alicia, we're talking about, well, we were talking about the Amato case yesterday, and I got a letter from a cam girl that said, does she get stalked? Good question. Does she get stalked? Okay. Does she talk with them off camera? Good. Does she talk with them off camera? Okay, Cowgirl says, does she become concerned when someone spends mega money on her? Leah Matthews, thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Does she become concerned? Okay. Concerned when someone spends mega money. What won't she do? Okay. Does she have a pimp? All right. Okay. How much does she make a day? She make on an average day, we'll say? Does she recommend it to her friends? I saw one. Ask if there's an age limit. Okay. Age limit. Recommend to friends. Does she like doing it? Like it? How'd she get started? Does her family know? Is Angel Callie here? How's your mom? Oh, that's good. She knew who you were, so there's improvement. That's good. That's great. We've all been praying for... Does she have kids, you want to know? Okay. Don't you want to know how long she's been doing it? Maybe somebody said that. How long? Does she have kids? Is she married? We got the what won't she do on cam. They already asked that one. Does she have kids? We got that. Was it 900 for 6 minutes? Yeah. How'd she get started? I think we got that, right? Yeah, I do have that. Does she like doing it? I have that. Does she ever feel the connection or relationship starting with the customer? Okay, good. It would be nice if we could have her call in and we could put one of those disguised voices on her, like, hello, yeah. You know, like that really crazy, deep, crazy voice. Victoria, if you are... No. You think guys think I'm that silly? Suzanne. Louise. I'm not going to tell you. But if you are listening, you can send me an email, call in, and we can keep you incognito. Does she ever feel a connection? And what do we have out? Oh, age limit. Yeah, that's it. Did I put that right? Age limit. Does she have an option to refuse? Oh, refuse? Okay. Option to refuse. To refuse a request. Okay. Can she separate real life from cam life? Has it ever bothered her what she does? Jeff was in here earlier. Diane, he was here. I don't know. I think he's still here. Hey, Save Robbie. What, do you need Jeff, Diane? He was like 2 minutes ago. Hey, Delia. Hey, LA lady. Hey, Janelle. What's her favorite movie? Is she ever repelled? Does she ever get recognized? Okay. Favorite movie. Has she ever met any of the men? LA lady, we're doing a little bit of we went over the British Columbia update. Now we're doing some of the cam girl stuff based on the Amato. I am asking questions. I don't even know what a cam girl is. She's like the woman in Bulgaria. How much does she... What's her most expensive customer's account? Why did she start? Well, she said why she started because teaching was very stressful. Oh, you told her, Angel Kelly? Good. Oh, he said he was falling asleep? That's probably because he was up so early this morning. Jeff is not usually up early like that. I was very surprised. How much does she pay for waxing? Does she disguise herself so people won't know her from her former career? Yeah, maybe, Ivy. You bet she taught middle school. You would wear a bag on your head? You probably wouldn't do too well, Leah. You probably would not do very well. Her appearance is the same. Camera. Her appearance. What is that?
Take a look. Okay.
Oh, you found the candy corn?
Yeah.
Where'd you find them?
In that thing in there, the closet in the laundry room.
Oh. That doesn't look like all of them.
I think it is. I mean, I don't think they're bad, but
People are saying hello.
I'm gonna say hello.
He says hello. Yeah, I painted those rocks. Does she wear a wig? They're candy corn rocks. That reminds me, though, of a story. I wish I had this story. Oh my gosh. Does anybody remember this story? There was a giant, and then there was like a little man, and it's not Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm not that out of it, okay? I used to have this book as a little kid, and I loved it. I might have it somewhere in this house. I don't know, but you love the rocks? Okay. Is there more than one person in a room at a time? Yeah, oh, chat rooms? Okay. But there was this story, and I'm trying to figure, there were two giants, and one was like a little giant or something, and one was this big, huge giant, or they were brothers. I don't know who they were. But the big guy said he was going to kill the little guy, right? Thank you, Victoria. And so the big guy says he's going to kill the little guy, or he's going to eat him. That's what he said. I'm going to eat him. I'm going to eat you. And he gave him like a day that he was. And the little guy goes and tells his wife, the giant is going to eat me, okay? So I think it was like he had to bring him certain things. Like he brought him a golden goose. He brought him but then when he ran out of things, the giant would say something like fee, fi, fo, fum. It wasn't like Jack and the Beanstalk. He had another saying. And if he didn't get what he wanted, he was going to eat that guy. So he went to his wife, and his wife said, well, why don't we bake him cookies with rocks in them? And he'll break all of his teeth, and he can't eat you. And that's what they did. And so he broke all of his teeth with the rock cookies, and then he couldn't eat. And nobody remembers that story? Okay, you're having hot tea. Oh, I'm having mango seltzer, and I don't have any biscuits. Wasn't Tom Thumb, but I'll find the name of the book. Yeah, no, that's Jack and the Beanstalk. Cam girl, if she wants to find real drama. Absolutely. So what else did I have to say? Do we have our... Oh, no, does it ring a bell for you? Okay, I'll find the name of it, and I'll bring it to you guys. Don't worry about it. I've got enough questions now. I think that's plenty for now. Does anybody... What size rocks did I paint? Jeremy, these are so heavy. You're not. I have pictures of them, but I don't know if you're going to see them in the light. So I have that one. Jimmy's got them all squashed in here. I was actually making candy corn for every member of the family. And Jimmy's got them all. Jimmy, you know, you got them all stuck to each other in here. I'm going to have to touch up my rocks. This one looks like Bozo. And I didn't plan that. It just happened. This one has smiling teeth. But we've lost them since we moved back in the house. That's why he just brought them out, because I thought somebody threw them away on me. I can't see them. But there's better pictures on my blog. And then I have, oh, this little baby guy. This had to be Luke. Okay. Okay. Jimmy? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Nothing. Never mind. No, well, kind of. Where's my, is my sanitizer in there? This thing has, Jimmy's always got goop and stuff. It's not in there? Can we make those? We can make those. You want to make those? I can do a tutorial on those. Theirs are really easy. I'd say the first thing is paint your rock totally white. Start finding triangular shaped rocks. Go down to the river if you live by the river. No, nothing. Okay. If you live near the river, go down and find. That's where I found these. I went to the river with the kids, and it was nice because they diverted the riverbeds. That's where I always get the rocks, and we found so many triangular rocks. But that doesn't sound good. Okay.
Maybe sign your car.
So anyway, your bereavement group wants to paint rocks. I'm not feeling it right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Chaos. They probably want to do them as a reminder, maybe to leave as a memorial stones on the You're not blocked, Janelle. We are not allowed to take them in our area. You're not allowed to take river rocks? Really? We have so many river rocks around here. But anyway, I picked up like a lot of, I even have huge, which I want to make a huge candy corn. I mean one that's like 2 feet tall, a triangular rock. You know what else is nice to do with the triangular rocks is to make little like cottages. Coeli. Shaylee. Shay. Wait, Shay is Miss Coeli? Shay, you're Miss Coeli? Good to see you too, Kathy from Texas. Thank you. No big rocks like that in Louisiana. Really? Do you have rivers there? No rocks like that? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Shay. Okay. We have a rock place that sells them really cheap. Oh, okay. Can you get certain sizes? I mean, shapes? Don't be paranoid. Yeah, if you can see your text up there, I don't think when you're blocked, it doesn't, I don't know. I've never been chatting anywhere that I've been blocked because I really, what kind of paint? I use just that acrylic paint in the bottles, whatever kind. But I did do, I think I tried on some rocks, the bigger rocks. If you do have white spray paint and there's really big and that's what you want for your base, you could spray them with white spray paint. I do a base of white on them first. It said error. You probably put too many characters in. Or you were chatting too quickly. You have a rock picking party? Do you have a rock picking party? Where do you pick rocks? Hey, Jigsaw Puzzler. Apple Barrel works, yeah. And then I put a Mod Podge on them to seal them. And I wash the rocks. I wash the rocks. There's all you can see step by step on my blog if you want to. Oh, and then yes, what I also do is for the detail work, I use paint pens. They're very good. If you look at my pumpkin painting video, I use paint pens too. Paint pens are great. In the outdoor arena, every year more seem to appear. You want to go with Cowgirl and pick rocks, Sassy Darcy? If you have Vipon, you can look. Sometimes Vipon's had good deals on paint pens too. Hi, Carrie. You love the vlog and Pinterest. Thanks. Okay, so we don't have the serial killer lady in here. My painted rocks really do rock. They do. I like painting rocks. Just popped in to say hello. You had 8 implants done. Oh boy. Get some rest, Carol. In our little town, they can hide them. Yeah, they've done that here too, yeah. Give the girls a dime for each rock picked up, and they would pick up for hours. I will send a pic. Okay. Hi, Jeannie. Did anybody have anything they want to call in on? Or does anybody have questions that watched the Amato that didn't watch it, the premiere that didn't watch it last night? I am getting the Discovery tomorrow. This is so crazy. I've never received Discovery like this. They're giving it to me for a couple of hours. I hope it's something that I can just download. They're giving me access for a couple of hours. It's taken this long to get it. But so I'll have a lot more on the Amato case going forward. But does anybody have any questions about the video last night, or does anybody want to come on and talk about a case or anything? Because I've had a really crazy day where I am sidelined by things that I shouldn't be, and 2 hours only for me to get the information, yeah. But I hope everything is downloadable, and then I'll just... Yeah, it's time for a change. Right, and since he's going to be going through his penalty phase on the 12th, I really want to get into that stuff. Ooh, really, Diane? What? Oh, Cowgirl's going on another flight? You've been flying like crazy. Are you flying in those little planes? Luke is good. Luke is good. Thanks, Angel Kelly. I know, Margie. I didn't want to get sidelined, except there was a Facebook group oh yeah, they put Facebook groups on today. No, it was storming all day today. Thunderstorms, heavy rain, heavy rain. So no, and tomorrow I'm supposed to go to see Alice Cooper. Yes, it is, lovies. It's on there, and I think it's also on Court TV. So sad he didn't have enough love for his family. His brother was crying, and family at the verdict. Thank you for your thoughtful acknowledgments. It's approaching 1 year. Yeah. Very sad. No, they flew me. Oh, they flew you first class? You went on a big plane? I just see those like planes. I thought you're like out in the middle of nowhere. Thanks, Angel Callie. What hard evidence? Well, that's what the defense says. The defense says they don't have evidence to link him, that they didn't find DNA on the father, the brother, that their guns were still on them, that Grant sold all of his guns in August and September, that Grant did not have enough gun residue on his gloves to show that he was handling and fired that gun. They didn't find that he cleaned the crime scene. They didn't find any footprints. They didn't find any DNA of the family on his shoes, on his scrubs, on anything like that. Yeah, so I mean, they didn't have anything there to link him. Maybe they found him guilty for 3 of them. Is the penalty phase for the death penalty, Danielle? They happen around your birthday? I want to know why they were... Yeah, well, I think we could probably figure it out, why they had so many guns in the house too, right? Your car registered 99 at 5 p.m. You need rain? Did he clean up the evidence? They said he didn't clean up the crime scene at all. They didn't see any bleach. They didn't see any footprints. Relate to the chat? Yeah, lovies. Yeah, we went over that. Yep. There's an autopsy now to determine the cause of death and to positive identification. Florida, Andrew Callie, Florida. Hi, Cupcake. I missed some of this, so I'm going to go do a Mummy Ramblings catch-up for the afternoon. Okay, Joy. What about all the marijuana? Well, we're going to find out more. They had that specially built armoire. One brother is still alive. Yeah, Jason. He is actually the half-brother. Chad was not his father, but he was adopted by Chad when he was 3. Odd how he apologized to other men in the room. I wonder if that was something that he had to do because his parents made him do that so that they thought he would be embarrassed to go back there. Yeah, I would say they were selling it. Yes, in a special armoire, especially made to grow large amounts of marijuana. A bit similar to the Bain case from 1994 in New Zealand. Parents and 3 kids killed. David Bain was the only one to survive. They went to jail. Oh, yes, I think I remember that. And got acquitted in 2009. Yes, I think I remember that one. You're having a tattoo done this afternoon so you can plug in your headphones and catch up. Oh, wow. His dad's one finger was in the pointing position. Yeah, and the defense is saying because he used his fingerprint that he wasn't deceased when they said he was. Now, those fingerprint apps, they're not supposed to work, I thought, with a dead finger. I thought they sense the body temperature, too. Did you say the adoptive son stated? Yes, he did, but he said that he didn't deserve to die. Chad was a pharmacist. No, he wasn't a pharmacist. He was a nurse anesthetist. Hydroponic with special grow lamps. So I'm trying to think, whatever happened to Tracy Moss? Did she appeal? Because wasn't she supposed to, be put to death in June? If they couldn't use someone's dead finger. I thought they couldn't do it, though. I thought they couldn't use a dead finger. No? Maybe he did it right when it was still warm. The murderer, the brothers were both, yes, nurse anesthetists. And the father, I don't think he was a nurse. Hey, Dar's Cabins. Cops sometimes use fingerprints of corpses to unlock deceased person's phone, so I guess you can then. So then, really, what the heck would the defense even say? That could never determine that. That's stupid. Defense is really reaching there. Chad always carried a gun, yep. And he had his gun on him. Even though work and all the other guns when they got there were locked up. There was no forced entry in the house, but then the defense said, well, even when the police went in, they didn't show forced entry. Mom was killed before Chad, yeah. Then Chad when he got home, and then the brother when he got home, right. I keep thinking of the theme song Goldfinger, except switched it to Deadfinger. Why did Chad and Cody always wear guns? Probably because of maybe their other side work. Did Cowgirl... Cupcake. I sent some email to her. Was that yours? I'm trying. I don't know your real name right there. Was it yours? I forwarded one last week or something. The drugs in the house. Yeah, they had a lot of guns. That would be good so people won't get killed for the fingerprint. Yeah, but what if you have Face ID? You only need part of the print, too. They scan from different angles, so no matter how you put your finger, it opens up the phone. Since I'm behind on this case, can you please tell where and what happened? I have a whole video on it, so I'll just give you just a quick, like, 2-sentence, 3-sentence summary, because you can watch the video, because I did a whole in-depth, so you'll be up to date. But it took place in Florida in 2019, January 24th to the 25th, where Grant Amato murdered his father, mother, and his brother. And it was the motive, the prosecution says, it because he was obsessed with a Bulgarian cam girl who he spent over $200,000 on in less than 6 months. Your email has Francis Rose. Okay, so I'll check. Okay, I'll check and make sure she has it. My Android, you need your fingerprint and a PIN number. Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm watching that trial. I'm behind. Yeah, it's very good. We're going to get the discovery tomorrow, so. Carolyn Connor does? Okay, send me an email, Carolyn. What case are you going to discuss? I missed the case. What is the case? Come on and go over the Stephen Small murder. If I've got the courage. I knew him personally. Oh, please. Okay. Just send me an email. You have the email address? I'll go in there and I'll just make sure that Cupcake I sent. I'll check. Francis, you said? Turtle with a skateboard? Cowgirl, yeah, I think, yes, I did, I thought, give you. Cowgirl, did you get this email? I'm gonna send it to you again, Cowgirl. I'm just gonna forward this to you, Cowgirl. Okay. What's that? With what?
Something.
We'll see. Hold on. How come I can't find? Oh, there you are. Okay, so that's done. And Caroline, are you sending? Nothing yet, Caroline. Okay. Sons were paying $600 a month rent. We're supposed to. Amazing how Amato, like Anthony, stole from family for so long. Grant. Oh yes, he tried to pin the deaths on his brother. Yes, he put that note and. They're coming Friday to hook up her power. Oh, so you're staying up there for a while? Hmm. Please look into the ABT family murders. I'm the first cousin who was formerly married to one of the last possible victims that were also targeted to be murdered. Oh. You got a penny for every night crawler? So Jimmy made an interesting discovery today, and he found a Motorola earpiece out behind our garage. It doesn't belong to any of us. So, because it was raining heavily, it's wet, but he's drying it out. He said sometimes when you turn those on, it may give you the number that it belongs, that it's connected with. Interesting. Yeah, creepy. He's trying to dry it out first, see if there's a number. And then, yes, Teresa. An earpiece, Motorola, up behind the garage. Did you send me the... Someone can look it up. Bucks County, Pennsylvania. ABT murders. Oh, it's not Stan. Not since they finished the siding. Email sent, and it looked to be in too good condition to be on the ground from that time. Okay. Oh, sometimes she's not coming on now. Oh, Caroline, that was not good. You kept everybody waiting here. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it, Peggy Sue? Since Caroline stood us up? It's for a phone, Sassy. It could mean that someone was behind there and dropped their earpiece in a rush to get out of there. Yeah, I know, Cupcake. The BC case is the British Columbia case, the one where the teens killed that couple and then that professor. Now they were found on, well, they think they're pretty certain they are found on the Nelson River bank. And they brought them in for autopsy and identification. Peggy Sue, do you want to call in? No, and I think that if our siding guys lost one, they probably would have asked us. Yeah, Jeannie, well, that's who we're dealing with, so please look it up. You're way too shy? Okay, I'll look it up, but I hate to, if you're here and you know about it, you really should come on and stop being way too shy. Okay. Okay, so let's see. This happened March 12th, 1976. The victims, John Apt, 49, his wife Margaret, 48, three of their children, Margie, 19, John Jr., 13, and Kathy, 12, and a family friend, Garson Engel, 20. Method of murder, shooting, the .22 caliber, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and sentenced to a term of 6 life sentences in 1978. George Geschwint, is that his name? Shot and killed 5 members of the Apt family and 1 of their friends with a .22 caliber pistol. Trial was fair for mass murder. He is serving life terms for killing a family and a friend. Okay. Okay, here's the, okay. On March 12th, 1976, after his brother and mother had gone to work, Geschwint broke into the Apts' empty home. Geschwint waited for the Apts to return. As they did so, using the gun he had reportedly stolen, he shot and killed 5 of them, as well as a boyfriend of one of the victims. Geschwint had intended to kill the entire family, but he left before he completed his mission because he was alarmed by the constant ringing of the telephone. While Geschwint attempted to conceal his role in the killings by disposing of his clothes and the gun, when questioned, he gave a complete confession, which he has never repudiated. Geschwint was indicted for 6 first-degree murders. The case was tried to a jury in 2 stages, a culpability stage to determine the offenses, if any. Geschwint was committed, followed by a penalty phase. As Geschwint indicates in his brief, the defense was insanity, for he did not deny committing the homicides. Thus, the use of the expert testimony he attempted to establish that he was insane. However, the Commonwealth countered with expert testimony that Geschwent was sane. Following the completion of the evidence on the first phase, the court defined the elements of first-degree murder involving specific intent to take life required and instructed the jury that Geschwent could be convicted of that offense. If the Commonwealth proved beyond a reasonable doubt that the elements had been satisfied, the court also instructed the jury that it could convict Geschwent of third-degree murder if he suffered from a mental defect, rendering him incapable of forming the requisite intent for first-degree murder. Furthermore, it charged the jury it could convict Geschwent of voluntary manslaughter. In accordance with the Pennsylvania procedure, the judge told the jury that if they found Geschwent guilty on first-degree murder, it would deliberate again to decide whether to sentence him to life imprisonment or death. Of course, the court also instructed the jury that Geschwent could be found not guilty. The court gave detailed instructions of the insanity defense, telling the jury 5 times that the Commonwealth bore the burden of proving Geschwent guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. 3 times the Commonwealth bore the burden of proving Geschwent sane beyond a reasonable doubt, and 3 times that if the Commonwealth failed to prove Geschwent sane beyond a reasonable doubt, the jury should find him not guilty. At trial, Geschwent did not assert that the court erred in the formulation of either the substantive law or the burden of proof on the insanity defense, and he still makes no such claim. Nevertheless, he objected to the charge, as the jury could find him not guilty only by returning a general verdict, whereas he urged that he was entitled to a charge that the jury could return a specific verdict of not guilty by reason of insanity. The trial court refused to give the specific verdict change, and Geschwent was convicted of 6 counts of first-degree murder. The case was turned next to the penalty phase. At that stage, the court instructed the jury that if it found the first-degree murders were accompanied by at least 1 aggravating circumstance and no mitigating circumstances, it was obliged to sentence Geschwent to death, but otherwise the sentence would be life imprisonment. The court explained that the Commonwealth could demonstrate that there was an aggravating circumstance by proving beyond a reasonable doubt that Geschwent broke into the house with the intent to commit murder. On the other hand, the court said that if Geschwent formed that intent after he entered, then the Commonwealth would not have proven that there was an aggravating circumstance. The court also reminded the jury that Geschwent, who was 24 years old at the time of the murders, urged that his mental age and lack of maturity constituted a mitigating circumstance, and it noted that Geschwent had presented evidence on this point for Dr. Strochak. It then told the jury that Geschwent established a predominance of evidence that he lacked maturity, was young mentally insofar as his age was concerned. You have then determined that a mitigating circumstance exists, and if you so determine, then the punishment must be life imprisonment. Okay. So the court reiterated. Let's get to this. Trying to see where we can cut to the chase here. During the deliberations, the court, in response to a question from the jury, instructed it that if there was a mitigating circumstance, the sentence was to be life imprisonment. Even if there was an aggravating circumstance, the jury returned 6 death penalty verdicts. The punishment, however, was not carried out. For after Geschwent's trial, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania invalidated the death penalty in the Commonwealth. So Geschwent was resentenced to life imprisonment. Subsequently, Geschwent filed a petition for habeas corpus in the district court, arguing that his due process rights had been violated by the trial's court refusal to charge the jury that he could be found not guilty by reason of insanity. Following the appointment of counsel, Geschwent moved to amend his petition to include a contention that his counsel was ineffective on his direct appeal, as that counsel had failed to assert that the trial court erred in its refusal to give the jury an instruction that would have informed it of its right to return a verdict of not guilty by reason of insanity. Okay, so he has this appeal. Let's see. This just goes on and on and on and on. But why? Who was this guy? Was he just a stranger there? I'm going to ask you some questions now. I'm coming back. Okay, where's Peggy? It's very painful. He killed the family dog first after breaking into the house. So much more to the story. Tell me the more of the story. Who was this guy? Did he know them? Caroline, I thought you said you were too tired. You should just get on and talk. It was a neighbor. What was the motive? Why did he do it? How long after was he caught? Tell us. I really wish you'd call in. This is going to be like pulling teeth. You just thought of this. You watch guys on YouTube that metal detect in water. I do too. If they find some sort of electronics and dry them out. Yes. Right. Yeah. I still have to go magnet fishing. I want to go magnet fishing.
I have strongest magnet you want to know.
No, but you're not set up to do magnet fishing. You need some type of a pole.
Yeah. Also, there's another magnets they have now where the thing goes around, the ring goes around. They're really good. They collect on both sides. It's powerful.
Hey, Bellamank. Where's my Peggy? Electronics always work if you dry them out completely. You may cry. Why, Caroline? Don't cry. Call it in. He killed the dog before, she said. Dry them in rice, right? To dredge the bottom of your lake. There are more articles? Okay. So you're going to make me dig for it? You're not going to tell me? Why is Caroline crying? Before? Let me come on another night when I can mentally prepare. Oh, you may do an ugly cry? I mean, you probably will anyway. If it's emotional, it's okay. We all cry here. But if you need to mentally prepare, okay. I'll let you slide. It's blowing a gale in Sydney at the moment. Hope you're doing okay. Hey, Nano Jules. Hi, Kai Billy. In a cable box. It will dry out. Ooh, he's got it. He's got it in a fan. Magnet fishing? How did I find out about magnet fishing? Somewhere I saw it. They take very high powered magnets and they put them on a special pole with, I guess, a really strong line.
I have the magnets. I have one right in the car. It's so powerful.
We could go at night with we could go at night fishing with the torch right now. Does anybody want to go? What?
Aim the laser in the lake and.
No, just put out the line with the magnet at night.
Oh yeah, that kind of fish.
Do you have to have a license to magnet fish? No.
That's how I got a big pipe at it. Like a 6-foot pipe.
You don't have to have a license to fish on our lake. Okay, so yeah, so they throw it out and the stuff comes up.
The magnet won't pick up gold or silver though.
Yeah, I know.
Or aluminum. Or copper.
So what's it going to pick up? What's it going to pick up?
Oh, it picks up like anything with a little iron in it. It may pick up some aluminum too.
So what's so exciting about it? What are they pulling out?
I don't know. maybe like old stuff or
Old
maybe
stuff.
maybe a box with something in it.
A box with something in it.
You know? And if it has any type of iron or steel on it, it'll pick it up. So even if it has a little bit of it.
Oh, and how did you say Bruce said the lake was made?
Oh, it was made from a glacier like 1,000 years ago at least.
What about the rock quarry thing? That's not true?
Nothing, not true.
That's not true?
Nope.
Then why are there tracks on the bottom of the lake?
I don't know. They said they don't know about that at all.
Well, Bruce would know because we dove down and used to see them all the time as little kids at the beach. We used to call them railroad tracks, but they weren't. They said they were ice sled tracks, and that's where they brought the sleds across with the rocks in the rock quarry. I think Bruce is losing it. Did Chris say the same thing?
Chris was there. I think Chris was there too, yeah.
Because Chris has the history of the lake.
Yeah, Chris
it was
was
by
there. And Chris was in the car. This is when we were all together going.
Somebody has it written down.
Huh?
Somebody has it written down. Those old school teachers on the other side before they died wrote it down. But
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I think it's just the lake.
no, they did, Jimmy.
Okay, well, somebody.
They wrote a
somebody
history.
Googled us.
What?
I think somebody gave us a line. Like
No,
that.
that's why she even said the carriage tracks in the back of the house too when she was freaking when we were building the house.
In the back of this house, there was.
Yeah, there's carriage tracks back
Yeah,
there.
I know
And
that. There was like a trail.
Right.
Going through here.
yeah, there's an old carriage trail behind the house.
Yeah.
But
Georgia would know also. But I'm gonna look it up in a minute.
yeah,
I'll give
it's
the kids something.
they're wrong because there's tracks on the bottom of the lake.
I don't think so.
There are tracks there, Jimmy. I used to
Maybe
dive
they
down
are.
when I was a kid.
Maybe somebody put them there for something. I don't know.
Okay, they pull up guns and knives, and they do
Yeah,
it near a
they'll pull up
bridge.
guns- Yes, they'll pull up guns and
I would not want to be pulling up knives. I am
would.
sorry. Oh, you would,
I
yeah.
would love it.
Yeah, you would love it. Not over a bridge. Those are murder weapons.
Oh no, you don't know that.
No, it's not man-made. It's not man-made. It's not. Oh, I can't even talk. It's
man-made.
not man-made, Margie. Too many M's.
It's like 30 to 40 feet deep at the deepest part.
That's not true.
That's what I heard.
That's not true. It's deeper than that, Jimmy.
Okay. All right. That's what I think.
I don't want to find knives. I would freak
want
if
to.
I. Yeah, good.
I pulled out a big 6-foot pipe with that one magnet. And I have a magnet now. It's much larger than that.
A
I can
pipe.
show you. I can show you guys that trick if you want.
What trick?
I'll show you something in there. Let me get
Jimmy's
this-
going to show you a trick. Okay. Okay. So I'll look for. You're not going to tell me anymore, Peggy Stewart. I've got to look myself. All right. I'm going to look for a second until Jimmy's ready for his trick. What are you making? A sandwich?
The kids want Luke wants toast, and they both want chocolate milk.
You should do the thing right there to stand back. You know how to do it? You know how to do that thing where you go like this?
Yeah, you want to save that for some good
Save it
stuff?
for another day? Okay.
I can do it, I guess.
Do you know, one day I brought in and I was banging the things together and they both broke all over the floor. The last day of school of 7th grade.
Really?
Yeah. And my mother was like, great, now we got to call the milkman for more milk. Broke both half gallons because I was just going, it's the last day of school, it's the last, like that. And they just broke. I said, look, these don't break. And then they just broke. And my mother was like, great, get away. It's glass. I've got to clean it up. Okay. I would have had a little bit of a bigger reaction, I think. Okay, so the bodies of 6. See, this is an old article. I was just telling someone this the other day, how our language has changed. They used to say this all the time. The bodies of 6 persons. They don't do that anymore. They don't. They used to always report the news and write the news, like saying persons for plural. Now they just do people, which is incorrect, but people thought this sounded really weird, I guess. The bodies of 6 persons, including 5 members of a family, were found shot to death last night in the basement. This is right after it, of a home. This in this suburban Philadelphia community. The victims were identified as John Apt, 50, his wife Margaret, his daughters Margie, 19, Kathy, 16, his son John Jr., 13, and Garson Engel, 20, described as Margie's boyfriend. Bensalem Township Police Chief Lawrence Michaels said the Apt's son, Michael, 20, entered the house shortly after 8 p.m. and thought something was amiss because the house was so quiet. The Apts have one other son, Clifford, 21, an inmate at Bucks County Prison. It didn't have anything to do with that? It was not immediately known why he was in prison. The police say that no weapon has been found in the house. Chief Michael said he did not believe the shootings were the result of a murder-suicide. I'm not finding much more, Peggy Sue. When Michael Apt arrived at his family home, he knew something was wrong. For a family of 7, the 2-story house in the suburbs of Philadelphia had its current of energy flowing through the walls, the floors, the ceiling, and everything in between. But on Friday, March 12, 1976, the 21-year-old couldn't feel that energy. As he looked around, he saw why. Tell me when you're ready. He saw bloodstains and bloody rags and ran out of the house. In the basement, the police found the bodies of 6 people, all shot once in the side of the head. 5 of them were Michael's family members, and the 6th was the boyfriend of his sister. Alongside them lay the family dog, a friendly St. Bernard, also shot and killed. The Abbott family of Trevose was now reduced to 2 people, Michael and his wayward brother Clifford, who was in jail on a forgery charge. 3 days into the investigation, the local police gave the standard "we're tracking several leads" line. But before the interview was over, they had to admit they did not know who shot the victims, and above all, they did not know why. But they did know one thing about the shooter, that he was very patient and a determined man, and that this was no burglary gone wrong scenario. It was a cold-blooded ambush. He had sat in the Apps family house for hours, calmly waiting for each family member to walk through the door so he could shoot them in the head. As he sat there alone, he had hours to think about what he was going to do. He could have easily changed his mind, but he didn't. The first 2 that he killed were Kathy, 15, and John Jr., 13. He did that right when they arrived home from middle school, after 3 o'clock. He shot the 2 kids dead and carried them down to the basement, carefully laying their bodies next to the dog he had shot and killed after he broke into the house through the back door. 2 more hours went by until he shot his next victim, which was Margaret, the wife, an employee with the Internal Revenue Service. She arrived home from work at 5:15 p.m. That doesn't sound good. A few minutes after he was killed, her daughter, 19-year-old Margie, arrived home from her job. She walked through the front door and was immediately shot in the head like the others. Now things were happening fast. The father would be home, and the killer didn't have time to carry the women downstairs, so instead he dragged them to the top of the stairs by the back kitchen doorway, and he threw them down the steps. Then he wiped out the blood trails, and he waited. Between 5:30 and 5:45, John, the devoted father and scoutmaster, arrived home. Lots of noise, right? From his job with the telephone company. He was shot as he closed the front door. Margie's fiancé, Gary Engel, was the 6th and final victim. He was killed around 6 o'clock, and when he entered the house, he was there to celebrate the 3rd anniversary of the first date they ever went on. Then about 6:30 that night, the killer got up and left. He knew about Michael and Clifford and wanted to kill them most of all. But the telephone kept ringing and ringing and ringing. It made him nervous. What if a neighbor heard the shots and was calling back to check on the family, he thought. 10 days later, police arrested Michael's former childhood friend and neighbor, George Geschwint. During their preteen and teen years, brothers Michael and Clifford were friends with George. Together, the three of them played pool. They rode their bikes around town. They discovered the mischief kind of trouble that boys their age get into growing up in that era. We were real pains in the arse, Michael said during a 1991 interview. We were the best of friends. Maybe they were, maybe not. The friendship broke apart after George was sent to juvenile court for vandalism, and at the time he was living with his mother, brother, and abusive father who had tried to kill him on several occasions. Nice. According to Michael's 1991 interview, his mother forbade him from playing with George, fearing he would bring Michael down with him. Michael then claimed for that the next 8 years he and his brother Clifford never paid much attention to George, despite living diagonally across the street from each other. Other reports of the friendship separation declare that Clifford and Michael bullied George by shooting BB guns at him at his house, sent unwanted flowers and taxicabs to his house, and for making fun of his mother, who had a foreign accent. Of the two brothers, Clifford, the oldest, was reported to have bullied George the most. Whether he felt bullied or betrayed by the App family in general, and Michael and Clifford in particular, George felt humiliated. His humiliation transferred to anger and a desire to set things right, to get revenge. And in his 24-year-old mind, it was a justified revenge. So George bought a pistol, and he practiced with it. He set to his mind to do it, and in the morning of March 12, 1976, he put on rubber gloves. He broke in through the back kitchen door. He sat on a piano stool and he waited. He waited for 6 hours for the youngest in the family to return home from school. By some twisted irony of life, the two he wanted to kill the most were the two that got away. Sort of. On March 22nd, 10 days after the murder, George was brought in for questioning by Bensalem Township Police. Children fighting in a nearby creek found the murder weapon. I wonder if they were magnet fishing, which was traced back to George. That night, he confessed to killing the App family, calling it a personal vendetta. He would later proclaim his ambush on the App family was his only achievement in life. When brothers Michael and Clifford found out it was their neighbor who lived 90 feet away, they got into a fist fight with each other in front of the newspaper reporter. The cause of the fight between them wasn't reported on, but the implied message that comes through is blame. Breaking it off, Michael then tried to storm the Geschwint house, but was tackled by a police officer just inside the yard. I'm going to kill him when I get him. Michael App said through a swollen mouth, I haven't talked to him in 8 years. It was senseless. Michael described his former friend as a loner and said he couldn't think of a reason why George would want to kill his family. If he and Clifford bullied George, he never mentioned it. Instead, he had only negative things to say about his neighbor. He always stayed at home, Michael said. And after he calmed down from the fight, he said he's strange, a very strange dude, very quiet and withdrawn. He never left the house, never dated girls. During his confession, George shared his feelings of Michael and Clifford. I would have stayed until midnight to get the other two, but the phone kept ringing. He feared someone might hear the shots. He pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Tried in July on 6 counts of murder, a Bucks County jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to die in the electric chair. When Pennsylvania's old death penalty laws were ruled unconstitutional in 1977, his death sentence was commuted to 6 consecutive life sentences. By 1983, he had exhausted all of his appeals. However, in February 1991, one of his old appeal arguments took root with a new federal judge who ruled the trial judge erred when he refused to instruct the jurors that they could find the unemployed landscaper not guilty by reason of insanity. Had the jurors known of that option, there is at least a reasonable possibility they would have returned a different verdict, the federal judge wrote. On November 8th of that same year, a 3-judge panel from the Third Circuit Court of Appeals ruled Geschwint should get a new trial or be released from prison. Disappointed, county prosecutors appealed the 3-panel judge decision to the full panel of judges. Following a second round of arguments in May 1992, the Third Circuit ruled against Geschwint, reporting that the trial judge's instructions for a third-degree murder conviction did, in fact, give sufficient allowance for his insanity claim. After the family was murdered, brothers Michael and Clifford lost complete control over their lives. Clifford was in and out of jail over the next 13 years. He died in 1989, August, after suffering a bad reaction to an unspecified narcotic. By 1991, Michael had lost his license, his job, any home he had, and during his Inquirer interview, he was living in a motel with a pregnant girlfriend. For a 10-year period, he sold methamphetamines to make a living, and during the interview, he claimed he was out of that business. In March of 1990, around the time of the 14th anniversary of his family being murdered, Michael got drunk and crashed his 1972 Toyota in the back of two cars at an intersection. He was put on probation and ordered to pay $4,000 in restitution. They may not have been killed, but George's actions led to their wrecked and wasted lives. What are you doing? What is that? What are you doing? What is that water?
Oh, it's cleaning up a little mess.
Okay. All right. All right, so that's a lot more on it. Let me go back. Jimmy's going to do a trick. Are you ready to do your trick now, or are you mopping the floor now?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay. He's mopping the floor.
I made a little mess, honey.
You made a little mess? All right. Well,
Okay,
all right, wash your hands.
let's check this out.
Okay, go wash your hands.
Okay, here.
There must be 100 new people in here tonight. There are 100 new people in here tonight? Are there, Sassy? 100? I don't see that many. Are there really? KCC World. Maria Kitty Cats.
Sure.
Oh, Sue Bryan, yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. First thing, you have to maybe move a little. I'm showing this. Just a little, it should be okay. Okay, so folks, I have a little magnet. It's kind of a little magnet, but it's very powerful. And just to let you know, it won't attract the aluminum. It doesn't attract aluminum. Let me see if you can see that this is hollow. See how to do that.
Yeah, you
See,
can
it's
see it.
hollow.
Yeah, turn it the other way. Right there. They can see it's hollow right there, yeah.
And I mean, this will drop. This is basically this is
Don't
larger.
Do
And
not
watch
crack.
how fast it falls down here.
Don't crack the floor.
I won't. It's just not very heavy. It'll come out real fast. Amen. It's already out. And so, but now watch the magnet. We'll drop the magnet. And see, it's really small too, compared to the end of it. Let's see. There we go. See the magnet? It's not attracted to it at all. And it's very strong. I'll show you. We'll pick up this chair right here.
Oh, gosh, that's scary.
See, it's picking up the chair. I have it right here. And so that has to do with, I have a smaller one to try it too. Let's see. Because the magnet doesn't attract copper also. See? But it...
Wait, if you drop that and crack my
I'm not
floor,
gonna.
you should put a
See.
bucket or something under you.
Honey, you know me. I'm the most careful guy you ever saw.
Yeah.
How can I see? Anyway, honey, I can't get it.
What? Yeah, you can see. Wait, go turn it the other way. Turn your arm the other way.
Something's in it.
No, there isn't.
Something is in it.
What's in it?
There is, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, something's in it. Look. This.
What is that? Where did you get that
Put a
from?
thing in it. Okay, so anyway.
No, now down further. Down further. Yeah, now they
Yeah,
can see
see?
it. It's
It's
hollow.
So watch, I put it through. Watch how long it takes to go through. It's because it's actually something called electromotive force, and I have it has to do with why we get how a magnet makes a generates electricity. Look at this one right here. This one's really powerful right here. And I made this just out of flashing. You know, it's not magnetic, but it still takes a while to go through. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, if
see.
that falls on my foot or the floor.
Yeah, it's very heavy if it fell. But if I have a camera, I could show you. It just floats right down through there. And if I have more wraps of this stuff here, it would really go slower. So, but that's also hollow. You know, something like if you want to see, this is bigger than, this is bigger than that, and you'll go right through it. So you know I'm not playing a trick on you guys.
That's good.
Let's see, watch this. Amen. Takes a couple seconds. It just doesn't have a lot. It's not as thick as the other one. And so that's that. It's kind of interesting.
No, Mrs. Roberts rather said the tape has something to slow the magnet.
The what?
The tape. She thinks it's the tape.
No, not at all.
No.
See, there's no tape in
Dumb
there.
question. Is this physics?
There's no tape in here.
Dumb question. Is this physics?
Yes. Yes, it's electricity.
Dad TV says some magnets can crush your fingers.
This magnet can, yeah. And this one did in classroom. This one caught the end of my hand
In his
against
classroom.
the metal desk.
Ripped his
In
pants.
the classroom, I was telling, the kids, and I'm always moving my hands around when I'm talking, and my hand went by a metal desk and went wham. And
No, you ripped your pants. It was in your pocket. Don't you
that
remember?
was another time.
Oh.
Yeah, and it just wham! It slammed up against the metal desk and put like a half moon blood blister on my hand.
Somebody said you have a bruise under your arm?
No.
No.
Where?
Those are bad tattoos. Those aren't bruises.
No bruises.
No bruises.
Do I have any? Do I?
No, I don't see any bruises.
Okay, no. So, anyway, so you can see it again here. This is, the magnet is much bigger, and it's not magnetic to this aluminum, but watch how long it takes. No tape. If I had a camera, you could see it. It'll float right down through this because it's when the magnetic field goes through the free electrons in this aluminum, the magnetic field puts a force on them, it causes them to move, and then when an electron moves, it makes a magnetic field also, and it just so happens that when they're moving, the magnetic field that the electrons make pushes back against this magnet. And it's same idea with a generator that gives us electricity. It's you gotta keep.
And Sassy Darcy would like to buy the magnets. Where can she buy them?
I got these on eBay. You might have to pay.
You might have to pay.
I got these I think for like $20 a piece. I had two of them, and they're really hard to get apart. I lent it to somebody.
And they never lent it? Did you do
No,
that?
I never went and got it.
Who?
That guy Mike down the bottom of the.
You better get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Why would you lend that to him? For what
It's
reason?
not his home. He was asking about it. And so, I mean, I'm a good guy, huh?
Yeah.
And this one right here I got on eBay. But if you want the specific ones you want to get, you want to just be careful and just get the right one, neodymium. And this is.
He's probably
big.
going magnet fishing with it, I bet. Did he say that?
No. But let me see something. Let me see something here for a minute.
Mike, you're called out on YouTube. Bring the magnet back.
Watch this. Watch this right here. If I watch it, it'll pull this one right out of my hand. If I don't be careful, but it'll watch this. It's like.
What are
it's
you
on
doing?
there.
What are
There's
you
a magnet
doing?
in my hand. See? And the other way,
Yeah,
push it. You can't get them together. They're very powerful. And this is when I bought this was many years ago when I was teaching. They said this is the biggest one you want to have two of them, and one person can handle them. Anything bigger than this, they would need like two people, and you had to keep them separated and all. And so this one is bigger, and I got that from a private person that used it and didn't want it anymore. I got it for like $10 or $20. So that's that. And if you get something like a pipe that's I have.
Watch my stool. You're going to make a hole in that.
No.
Sure.
Never. Also, let's see here. I have these little guys with a piece of copper pipe that you can do. It's right here. We always do this right here. My kids like this. We're like, how come they won't stick together? You know, you just put them back to back. Those are very weak magnets. And this one is a copper pipe with a couple of these little tiny magnets put together here. Oh, you can't see. Just a few neodymium magnets, and it's a pipe, and it'll go through there kind of slow. So, anyway.
Is there a power rating, Sassy, you'd like to know?
For the magnets, there was like it'll be like N, 52 and stuff like that. Just if you get a neodymium magnet, it's going to be pretty strong. Try to get I could maybe show you guys some links for them. And you can actually get one to do that fishing she's talking about. It'll be in a ring, a solid
I'm sure
ring.
Mike is.
That is screwed together and has a very heavy duty, and the magnet's like this. I don't know if it'll be this big. And I'll have a sleeve around it and protruding downward, won't let it out, and have a big ring sticking up. You put a chain on it and throw it down in the lake and pull it out. So, anyway.
What do you have to do to fish in the lake? You gotta drill something in there?
No, yeah, well, I used that. I put a bunch of duct tape on it.
You fished in the lake?
Yeah, that's how I got a big 6-foot pipe out of it for our dock. Over here. And so, you can take, they have them on eBay. I mean, on Amazon, you can get them. Just type in neodymium magnet and you'll see. And it'll say pick up 500 pounds, 400 pounds. It's ridiculous. And you'll see the one with the sleeve around it and a big, steel sleeve. Maybe aluminum. Aluminum.
He'll be in trouble?
No, aluminum's not magnetic, so it won't have anything to do with it. But, yeah, they may cost $20, $30, $40 though. Maybe some of them will be more. But that's that. And
I bet you Mike is fishing with it. What else would he be doing with it?
That's probably what he was. Mm-hmm.
That's all you have?
That's all I got for you. Sorry, folks. I have some other cool stuff that has to do with physics also, but I would have to get some little equipment. I could use this tool right here for, but I need a bicycle tire that's heavy.
Okay. Good luck with that.
No, we could do it. Just get it and fill it with.
Wildlife says keep those away from the TV.
Oh yeah. The older TVs.
And my hard drive. Watch my hard drives.
Yeah, I don't think they have. I don't think they'll affect them anymore.
No more.
But they used to.
They used to.
Yeah, you have.
So I know someone whacked out the whole bank system when I was working there.
Yeah, if you have one near your TV and your TV turn all green and blue.
Can you show us? No.
No, I don't think this one will do it.
Oh come on, Jimmy! Would you really do it?
Not this TV. I think these flat screen monitors are not affected by that.
Can I put a link? Yeah, I'll get a link. I'll find a link. Jimmy will send a link.
Right now, in a couple minutes.
In a couple of minutes. And that's all he's.
And if they want a good explanation about why they can go on YouTube and see these things, and somebody will explain it very well.
But why? You should explain it very well. Why are you sending it to another YouTube channel?
Yeah, like I said,
He's not good in marketing, Jeff.
The way a generator works would be you take copper wire and you run it through a magnetic field for magnets, and when you do, the force you arrange the copper wire in a certain way to have and the magnets so that they force the electrons through the wire, and so you just turn it, and as long as somebody's using electricity, it gives the place for the electrons to go. They'll go through it, and in a real generator, it's actually alternating current because one way you'll push the electrons one way, then it'll pull them back the other way. So when you turn it around, it goes back and forth, and they call AC, alternating current. But those electrons, when they move, they have a spiral magnetic field around them whenever an electron moves. So this thing right here, in that metal and the copper and the aluminum, there's a lot of free electrons in the magnetic field. This is pushing through, going through the magnets and making them move. And when they move, they make a magnetic field that pushes back on the magnetic field that cause them to move. So, and in a generator, if you have a generator and you're cranking it and not using anything, it's real easy. As soon as you close the circuit, like turn on a light bulb or something, it becomes very difficult because the electrons are moving and pushing back against the magnet that caused them to move. And that is the way it works in all the generators at the power plants and all. And and actually this other crazy thing, I don't think any of you guys even know what I'm talking about, but when you have a motor that you like a refrigerator motor or a saw motor, have you ever noticed that when you first turn it on, sometimes it used to dim the light for a second? It's because initially it's the electric current goes through there and causes a magnetic field that pushes against certain magnets there, and it goes around. And now it's difficult. It uses a lot of power until it starts generating speed, because from them moving around, the electrons are moving that direction also, and that pushes back against the current that caused the motor to turn. So it'll just level off and not use much electricity at all once it gets to full speed. But if you slow it down, where they're not making a magnetic field, it'll pull a lot of juice again. You can hear that when you with a saw or you have the saw, it's spinning, and you start, it makes a lot of noise. That's using a lot of electricity when it slows down.
Keep It Kind says, Jimmy, what is a sine wave?
A sine wave? It depends on what it could be. A sine curve is just it goes across the x-axis, and it's but a sine wave, it depends. It could be, for alternating current, they use sine curves because that models it. Because when I said it's going back and forth like the current, that's the way a sine curve does. But it could be a sine curve could be for a sound. They can talk about it. I mean, anything to do with electronics, they can get a sine wave in there.
Kathy wants to know, what's an open current, a circuit in the house?
Open?
Oh, it's an example of an open circuit in the house.
When something's not plugged in, like the two wires go to your plug and nothing's plugged in, that's like it's open. Once you close it, that means you plug in something, turn it on, and it's closed, and the current's going through the circuit. It closes it. A switch will close it.
Dad TV said, Jimmy, is gravity anything to do with magnetism?
Not really, no. And so
it's Chinese for ninja.
It's Chinese for me. Yeah, sorry. I know I would bore a lot of people with this stuff.
Jimmy is like my dad. They would get along. Smart guys.
Yeah, gravity has to do with how much mass is under you. Like the Earth is, how heavy is the Earth is pulling on us, And now also the sun is so heavy that it's actually we're falling around the sun.
What about a light switch? Kathy says, is that an open circuit?
Yeah, when it's off, so that means it's open. When you close it, it gives a path for the current to go. That closes the circuit. Let me see. Yeah, so basically, with a generator, which I have a little one downstairs, I have a couple of them, but it will when the coil hits this side of the magnet, it pushes the current through that way, and then when it goes back around the other side, it pulls back through. So that's like alternating current. It pulls the electrons back and forth, and like 60 cycles means it goes through this house back and forth 60 times a second, and so that's why you touch electricity, it just goes back and forth. As long as the electrons are moving, you have current, you can use it. So I mean, the easiest way for them to do it is with a generator, and they just move. It basically takes the electricity, the current, and move the electrons, moving back and forth. So
Lisa says, do you know anything about the sonic blast that has made people sick?
Sonic blast, maybe like from the sonic boom when you go faster than the speed of sound.
What is it? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's all
when
she said.
The jets go faster than the speed of sound. Boom, makes a loud
Grace
noise.
wants to know how her dog's shock collar works.
That, it takes a small current, which really can't hurt anybody, and you use a transformer where, they probably have new little diodes that would do it now, but it has to do with the coil of wire in there, like how many coils from this side to the other, on this side, and how many coils on that side. And it's actually like sort of like a magnet that goes through to the other side and causes a electric current in it. And so if you put a bunch of twice as many coils on this side as you do on this side, you get twice as much voltage. But a little battery has, like, we'll say a 9-volt battery has 9 volts. You can get a lot of voltage out of that, but it's not going to be enough to kill you. And voltage is it's like potential difference, like how many electrons are here with respect to here. Like there'll be a lot ganged up here on the negative side of a battery, and there's not many at all on the positive side, and they want to go to that side. So you put the wire and it'll go over to the positive side. And so potential difference is how bad do they want to go. So with a little battery, you need a wire, but with if you have a very high voltage, it can actually go right through the air. Like when you almost touch the door, you little shock, you might see a spark. That's because you generate a high voltage, but not enough to kill you. Just big potential difference. You'd have a lot more electrons on you than whatever you're going to touch, and they want to it wants to level out to zero, so even on both sides. And so like lightning is like that. It does it up there, and it's so powerful. Such a potential difference. So many electrons up there that it just pulls it right from the ground, right through a tree, and anything that it can. And so basically potential difference. That's what voltage is. Like, and it's what is the difference between both sides? Like if you can make it so great that the little sparks will go right through the sky, like you see on those Van de Graaff generators. And it's not enough to kill you, but it's just a big potential difference. And it's pretty cool stuff. What's this question? I have a question about batteries. Why do 9 volts work with both positive and negative? On the 9-volt battery, it has one's positive, one's negative.
But she's saying on the same end where the other batteries have one on each end.
Yeah, no, it's separated though. Like basically, if you take a 9-volt battery apart, there's a bunch of little cells in it. Not a bunch, but it's probably, let me see, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 little batteries in there, cells in there. And so you just line them up where it'll go through in series, so the voltage of each 1.5 volt battery in there will add up. And then you have the end of them, you keep going through the positive and the negative, so I connect them all, and then you have the positive and negative on the little snaps.
Okay, so Linda said, Jimmy, I saw something on YouTube where some people were claiming if you put magnets in your home's electrical box, it would cause your electric bills to run less. You know anything about that?
Let me think. It could be the idea that, but then you wouldn't be able to.
Probably a scam.
I don't think so, because you can't get something for nothing. I mean, you put a magnet there, it's going to be. Maybe it might be difficult, like how slow this goes through there. It may slow down the current, but that means you can't. It's going to be difficult to use, So I don't know about that.
Okay, and then she said, no, not a sonic boom like a jet, but in China people got sick from some sonic form of energy, and the U.S. had to have their diplomats evacuated.
Oh yeah, and that was also in Cuba, I believe.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. There could be a certain frequency of sound that they can make, that's really not good for you, and like we hear anywhere, bass would be like 20 hertz. That's 20 beats per second, like it's pretty low, and maybe 10 to 20 K.
Okay, the woman in Florida had her toilet blow up due to a lightning strike. Can that happen?
Yeah, well, what happened was the lightning hit the septic tank, and it was completely full of methane. Methane is very flammable, and it hit that and spark, and just blew back into. I guess the it had a heavy concrete thing on it. So the best way was for it to go through the pipe with the toilet and blew the toilet up there. It is pretty scary. Now we know one more thing we don't want to do
during a lightning
strike. Yeah.
But why did they tell you not to take a shower?
Because they say maybe it may hit your pipes and go through you.
I take a shower all the time when it's lightning.
Yeah.
You said, oh, Chris, you did? Oh, there's Chris with the serial killer. Are you going to talk about the serial killer? Let me see.
Let me see. Thank you. What about this projectile right there?
Which one?
Let me see. Scroll down just a little bit. There it is. Yes, a metal object will become a picture.
Projectile, and it's very dangerous. I don't know. Oh, she's answering Luca. How many volts is lightning roughly? Dad TV.
How many volts? Oh, it's millions of volts. It's incredibly. I forgot what. Like, I have to look it up. It's just, incredible amount of voltage. Think about, like you need a wire for 1.5 volt, to go through.
I have to look over there for a minute.
You could put your fingers on both sides of a battery and nothing, but what would you have to do to pull it through your fingers like that? Like 120 volt will pull through your fingers, right through your body. That's how you touch it, you get shocked. Now, what would it take to pull right through air to you? A very high voltage, and lightning pulls. It starts up there, and you see how high lightning is, how much of a potential difference. That's what it is. The difference in, like, there's many more electrons than there are down here, and they want the level to even. So those electrons want to get down here so bad, and when there's a path, it keeps building up, and if it maybe a top of a tree or something, or you never stand by a tree for during lightning storm, that's for sure. But like the highest thing, it might. The electrons may get near, and such a great potential difference is going to go through, and so what else we have here? Anything, Jimmy? We don't have many metal pipes. We do have some metal pipes. Remember that one?
No, she says no DNA test. She wanted you to read this one.
Is there anything Jimmy doesn't know? Yeah.
No, this one. She wanted you to read up here.
Wow, DNA needed. Luke is his father's son, and I mean that with the utmost respect. Love you both. Thank you guys. Thanks for the kind words.
Cows let out methane, but do they have methane inside them? And so, if so, why don't cows blow up?
Well, it's just like letting air. The same thing was when we pass gas, it's methane. We don't blow up. So, but it built up in that septic tank just right, and there was something metal conductor somewhere around there, and it went in there and caused a spark and blew up that toilet.
Do I use the magnet jewelry? I actually have some of the magnet jewelry that someone sent me for a blog review, but I don't wear it.
Yeah, cars are pretty safe because of the rubber. It doesn't. There's no path for it to go. It wants to. To go somewhere. It wants a path. It needs to. And if it just stops, it's not even attracted to it at all.
Michelle Clifford wears a magnet bracelet for arthritis. Why does it work?
Yeah, I don't know if it works or not.
I don't know. These might be a scam. I
don't know for sure. And I found one around. You have one somewhere around here.
Yeah, I think we have some copper jewelry for arthritis.
Yeah, so I don't really know.
It will pull earrings through your skin. Ooh, what is that?
Will it pull?
No, I don't know. Somebody said it will pull earrings through your skin.
If it's metal, if it's iron, but you shouldn't have like iron. But maybe this is very strong. This is a really powerful magnet right here. The one I had in my hand. If it gets on some thick metal, it's hard to get off. You can't even, you got to slide it and try to get it off. It's very difficult. And let's see here. Under an oak tree during a storm, that's not good.
Well, no, it blew their clothes off.
They're lucky, very lucky. I'm sure, I don't understand why magnets won't help. Because there's a, it's doing something right now. We can't really. It's not affecting my skin or anything like that. But my hand's going through a magnetic field, a very powerful magnetic field. Something has to be happening, And ever since I was 4 years old, I had a bunch of little magnets, and then when I was 5, because I kept playing with them, and I felt like something's there. Like how is it? Like I would try to put them together, and I'd say like there's something there that we just don't see, and believe it or not, they still don't know exactly what it is. They give you a bunch of say a force, like, okay, what force? How does it get there? Where is it from? You know, and there's no real answer that's very understandable of how magnets work.
You have a ring that changes colors on every emotional state. Red, furious, yellow, calm. A mood ring. Yeah, they used to be popular in the 70s. It will move implants. What? Oh, an MRI?
An MRI? Yeah, MRI is really powerful. Did you hear about the time somebody accidentally left a oxygen tank?
Oh, yeah, and they killed the kid.
Was in there, and they turned on the MRI, and it pulled it in there and just killed the kid. I mean, it's a very powerful magnet.
Someone said they ask about if you have tattoos at an MRI. I wonder why. Maybe some of them have metal in them. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they think like some of the paint may have a little bit of metal in it.
Oh, your hearing implant is a magnet. You can't go in an MRI then.
Yes, I love physics. I have a degree in mathematics, but physics is my love. And I taught physics, high school physics, and the Regents physics to the seniors, the kids who really wanted wanted to be in the class and learn some stuff. So I learned a lot myself while teaching that course.
You got electrocuted plugging in the iron. Took you to the emergency room because it knocked you down and burned a hole through your finger. Ugh. They couldn't find the exit hole.
Yeah, like if I have a generator and I want to secure it to something and if you leave a open circuit and you close it with your fingers and crank it, it'll go through your finger and shock you. But I mean, that's different. It's going through my finger. If I hold it like that, it's going to go, and I get it cranked up enough to pull it that far. The potential difference gets that strong. I mean, it's going to go through my heart, and what's that going to do? I don't know.
Jimmy should show us a pulley demonstration.
I do. I have one.
Tattoos have a metal base sometimes, so it pulls the ink out if you've had it for 6 months. Do you know that? You wear a necklace saying, I have a magnet in the left side of your skull? That's good.
Wow.
Oh, now I knew there was a reason why I hate that MRI machine. It's awful.
Yeah, it's noisy, but it doesn't really, as long as you don't have any metal, it doesn't do anything to you. It's just
Some makeups have metal in them?
I don't think so. I mean, something has to be, attract to a magnet. Like I said, aluminum doesn't, copper doesn't. Actually, you can get aluminum. I've gotten aluminum to attract to those magnets a little bit, and but mostly iron and steel.
You want a demonstration of what, Ember? I have a card in my wallet. I never thought about that alert. That's a great idea. You got electrocuted with an iron too? Burned an exit through your tongue. What? Ugh. You had ataxia diagnosed by your neurologist. And when I wear a magnet, I can walk heel to toe and stand with my feet together without falling. It's crazy. I was told not to wear foundation when I got an MRI because they said, really? Last couple of days at the airport, they were so kind to me. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so molecular biology.
A pulley demonstration.
Yeah, I have that. Me and Mike got the jacuzzi up the stairs for that.
You got the jacuzzi up the stairs with that?
Yeah. It was crazy.
No, that was a crazy thing. Oh my gosh.
The setup we had, yes. But yeah, I have one out in the garage. I think it says Sears and Roebuck, a little old, but it can tell you I think you can do 6 times the force, that you pull on it. It'll pick up 6 times that much, so it's okay.
You have rods and screws in your leg. Is it true I should not have any more? I have no idea, Linda.
I have rods and screws in my leg. I don't think they're magnetic though. You know, I mean, probably. Let me see. This ring is palladium, and like it's not magnetic at all. You know, and I'm sure like titanium is not magnetic. So there's a lot of metal that's not magnetic, and I think titanium is in some different color paints. I think there is.
They're probably titanium. Good night, keep it kind. You don't have any more tricks, Jimmy?
Good night, somebody.
Good night, somebody.
So, I guess I'll show you some other crazy physics sometime if I get my stuff going here that I thought about that, which I haven't, got it all. I get this stuff just to get the kids interested, and lasers are cool too. But electric fence, yeah. So electric fence is takes a low voltage and uses a transformer, which, like I said, about the coils of wire, and the difference in coils of wire will increase the voltage, but also the amps go down now. I mean, it all levels out. You don't get it something for nothing. I mean, you're not going to raise 12 volts up to 2,000 volts, and it all of a sudden be like 2,000 volts coming off a telephone pole. No, you're just going to lose a lot of so the voltage is going to go up, the current's going to go down. That's why it won't kill you, when you. But
basically, like chill with music.
They said the MRI system is okay. Hi, Kimberly Castleman. Jimmy, you have me interested now. Yeah, so. No, I don't belong to Mensa. I've not tried anything like that. I have like a goofy side to me. My father's side of the family, my Greek side, they're published. They are, done work for the Navy for submarines that can.
What's the book that George wrote?
George wrote. Oh yeah, my uncle wrote this book. I have it. It's photo induced like electron movement. So it's like photosynthesis, but they're trying to figure out. They're using that idea because photosynthesis is actually moving electrons, and so can you use that? Can you get electricity out of it? So I mean, it's this whole book he has, and I know maybe the first part of the first chapter a little bit, because it's chemistry, and electricity, or mostly chemistry and biology, and then all of a sudden it goes. I don't know where it goes. It's really out there, and so I mean, but the other side of me is just fun. I would play the guitar. I could sit there and play the guitar for hours and get lost in that and go have fun and laugh and joke. So, but this side's always back there, trying to figure stuff out, and so my whole life it was like that.
String theory.
String theory. I have I've looked into that a lot, and when I first, because I used to always try to figure out like what is everything like, and so when they finally said string theory, figured it all out. I go, oh, okay, that's cool. They finally, that makes sense. So I started trying to figure out like, well, how does it work? So, I kept for years and kept thinking like, okay, so how does string theory work for this situation? How does it work for that? And then when I read about string theory, it's like a bunch of crap. I mean, nobody could really follow it. And like my uncle said, I mean, they just get grants. The departments that have string theorists in it, they get grants, but nobody could check their work. Like, who the heck knows what the heck they're talking about? Nobody that's given the grant. So, it's it's like because they keep proving something different, and it's not completely figured out. Like in mathematics, I know if you think that it's very obvious that this proof will work. You don't have to do that little part right there. It's really obvious that's true. And then you say, okay, we'll prove it. And my professor told me to prove something like that I knew was correct, and I tried to prove it, and it was completely wrong. I mean, if you don't have it all figured out, I don't believe it. I mean, and that's the way it is with physics. The physicists to do with string theory and in the standard model. They have all these mathematical formulas that that come up with bosons, like all this, but they don't have the one for gravity. So if they don't have that, they don't have anything, to me, as far as I'm concerned. And so the string theory, initially, if you read Brian Greene, if you know a little bit about physics, you can read Brian Greene. You'll learn about the theory of relativity. The theory of relativity is really cool, and so it's like amazing. And if you understand, if you just a little bit on the ball, you can figure it out and say, wow, how did Einstein do that? But how does time slow down? That's the pretty easy thing to do. To explain somebody about to explain relativity, you can easily show it with a little bit of math, and explain it with a little bit of math. And so Brian Greene's book is like Fabric of the Cosmos. It's good till you get to about the last 1/3 of it, and it goes off into goofy land. I mean, none of it makes any sense. It really doesn't make sense. I don't see how it could possibly work. Like they say, the strings are super small little loops that have little vibrations in them, and that's what makes up everything. That's what space would be too. And I mean, so space is like sand. And how is the light, photons going through it?
Black holes.
How are the photons going through all this sand stuff? I mean, like, if that's the case, there would be like photons. We'd never be able to see a galaxy that's like 500 billion light years away. All the photons wouldn't come in a nice little, set like that. And so, I mean, black holes are cool too. I can explain that stuff to you, but that's going to bore these guys. So I think I'm going to let you guys go. Right, huh? Huh?
What? I guess, if you're boring everybody.
Okay, guys.
What do you feel about the splitting of an atom, given the destruction?
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand that. That's just because the big. If you take uranium, it's so big that if you can, it's kind of unstable. It doesn't want to hold itself together, and a neutron doesn't have any like positive or negative force to it. So if it hits it just right, it'll split it. And now the thing is that here's the crazy thing, that certain, like if you take two hydrogens and you put them together, you get helium. And so, but if you take the mass, how much is what's the mass of one hydrogen atom? Atom, and so you double it, add it together, and the helium should weigh that much. But it doesn't. It actually, so let me see, when that's fusing together, so you're fusing together, give me a second now. And
he doesn't pick his socks off the floor.
Let me think for 1 second. When you put them together, put two together, it's fusion, and you're going to, it actually weighs more. The helium atom, atom is actually weighs more than the two hydrogens that made up the thing. Let me see, that made up, it might be less, let me see. I'm sorry. It weighs less. When it splits it, okay, it weighs more. And so, because that's energy, it takes energy to put them together. And so, because if you weigh helium and you weigh hydrogen, it should weigh exactly 2 times, but it's not. And that little bit of mass in there is what E equals mc squared, and that's what's going on in the sun. The hydrogen is getting fused together by a lot of, and it's giving off, giving off energy. So so it weighs less. That's right.
Thanks, Joy.
Sorry, and so it weighs less, and it's how can that be? It's just because it takes energy to put them together, and anyway. But okay. Here's how atom bomb works. Atom bomb has a large. Once you get past a certain mass with the molecule with the atoms, they are very unstable. And so if you take a uranium, a certain one, I think it's uranium 230, whatever. It's and you split it in half. The two the two pieces together added together weigh less than what it weighed. Way less than what it weighed, and that little tiny bit of mass gets turned to energy, like E equals mc squared. Einstein figured that out and knew that you can make a bomb, and that Germany was trying to do it during World War II. But
okay, so Amber said that she heard that you put magnetic insoles in your shoes and you can immediately lift weights.
I don't know. I wish. I really wish. Yeah. So, but the as far as the way the sun's working, that's where that's what's going on in the sun. That's fission, and that's fusion, and then fission is what we do when we make the atom bomb, and so the sun eventually will, because that's what's going on. The sun is mostly hydrogen. It's fusing together, making helium, and giving off an incredible amount of energy, and so eventually that'll run out, and it'll go to something else. I mean, there's the next stage to it, and eventually, if you get to iron, it takes energy because it gives off energy up until iron, and then it takes energy if you're going to split anything bigger than iron, and at that point, that's when you have a supernova, because basically the engine that's giving off all that heat and force is pushing out on itself, and when it runs out, it collapses and you have a supernova. That's kind of, I don't want to sit here and try to explain it to you guys. I have to think about it a little bit, make sure I get it right, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, Stephen Hawking, yeah. He said some weird things though too. But like my uncle said, that the string theorists, they can say a lot of things and nobody can check whether it's right or wrong. So.
Okay, and Amanda said, can you say something about music now?
The sun, we have millions and millions of years. I forgot how many years. Millions.
No, music.
No, yeah, but I'm saying right there also, uranium.
Oh, uranium.
It's so difficult to collect. I mean, you got to find it somewhere. I mean, it's when they do it weapons grade, they kind of, you have like something like isotopes to like add another neutron to stuff, so it changes the weight. And if you keep the uranium that they use, and it has as many extra neutrons that you can put on it, and it makes it very unstable. It's like it can't hold the stuff together, and that's why you split the atom and you have you give off a lot of energy. And
what is the neutron dance?
What now?
The neutron dance.
Where does it say that?
No, I'm saying it. Don't you remember the Pointer Sisters? Wasn't it the Pointer Sisters with the neutron dance?
Oh yeah, Led Zeppelin.
He'd be Brill doing his own channel.
Yeah, when I get time, I will do that.
When he gets time,
yeah. So.
Okay, and
what about music, honey?
I don't know. Amanda said, "Can you say something about music now?"
I don't remember the Uranium Girls.
The Uranium Girls? Oh, girls?
Right there.
Uranium Girls.
Slinging around the earth to prove the earth is flat. It's so goofy. Jimmy's a guitar geek. I am.
What's your
My favorite Hendrix song? I like, I like maybe Voodoo Child, but I like so many of his songs. I like, Foxy Lady is a good one. The Wind Cries Mary is really good. And I also like some of his blues, like the Voodoo Child, the blues for Voodoo Child. And Purple Haze. Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page is good too.
The Alice Cooper concert.
We're going tomorrow. I've been trying to play Alice Cooper. He's some of his stuff's pretty difficult to play. Like I just said, my favorite Hendrix song. I mean, the biggest song he made was All Along the Watchtower. Yes, it made it further on the charts, and he did all that work mostly himself. He stayed at the Electric Ladyland and kept working on it, and that was shortly before he died. But I like Voodoo Child a lot.
He did.
Like,
Amber wants to know if you heard Casbot singing. You heard her sing?
yes, I heard her sing. I told her I'll play the guitar if she sings. Is there a way I can
Do that?
put my guitar over? And let me see. I'm in the 40s, and let me say, what were they gonna ask?
Which one? Somebody retracted it?
Maybe.
Who was it,
Maybe they were
Buzzkill?
gonna ask if they could play the guitar, if they could learn to play the guitar in their 40s. They can. You just gotta keep doing it. I mean, like I learned when I was young. I learned the blues when I was like 9. It's just something. And my stepfather also tried to get me to do chords, and I didn't really like them. They didn't do anything for me then.
Oh, in
but
the
blues
40s
did.
they believed uranium was good for you.
Excuse me?
40s they believed uranium was good for you.
Oh, I don't know. Huh. Let me see. And, but, yeah, so I like a lot of Hendrix. I like Led Zeppelin. I like Stevie Ray
Yeah.
Vaughan, Clapton.
Big Bang Theory.
I like the Stones. Who will be opening? Like Hellstorm or something like that. It's a brother and sister heavy metal. And then there's
No,
another,
good. Heavy metal.
somebody else too. I mean, like, we're going to actually, we're not going to go for that. We're going to go a little bit late. We go to the back. We live like a few miles from it, so we go up the back way and, park on the back end of it, and where we can just get in our vehicle and drive right out of there. Because you're just trying to go get in or get out, there'll be like traffic sometimes going all the way down the highway. So we bypass that.
They asked you about Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton, if you like them.
Yeah, the kids.
No, they asked you about Stevie Ray Vaughan.
What did you say?
They asked you about. They just went up and now this.
Clapton, that's who I was going to say. Scroll down for a minute. Let's just say this Stevie Ray. Let me
So
see.
here, this one. Here, see my cursor?
I love Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I play a lot of his songs. And my problem is I cannot sing. I mean, I will, but I'm not good at it. But I saw Stevie Ray Vaughan in concert. I was going to see Greg Allman.
Cowgirl said you have to play for her. She's got her hearing back.
I will. Hendrix was outstanding, yep. And then how about Joe Satriani? Yeah, he does too much fast stuff. I mean, my brother-in-law likes him. I don't think I could play any of his songs.
Pink Floyd.
Slide?
Pink Floyd.
Oh, Pink Floyd. I love Pink Floyd. Yes, he's really good.
You remember the Neutron Dance?
Yinghui, he's an arrogant guitarist, but I can't play his stuff neither. I never tried. He's just super speed and knows a lot of scales and crazy good stuff. So Joe Satriani's a nice guy though. And let's see, Chuck Berry. I love Chuck Berry too. And I don't know. I mean, Sinead O'Connor, she was good, because it put me in mind of U2, because of what she stood for, but I didn't really listen to much of her music, just on the radio. Yeah, I mean, the guitar, my stepdad taught me the blues and some chords, and then I saw one of my friend's brothers playing like a Chicago song, and I saw the chords. I said, I could do that. He said, well, come over my house, I'll let you play the guitar, and I tried it. I couldn't do it, and a lot more to knowing the chords and playing songs, but I just kept at it, and I never stopped. I have never taken a lesson. Yes, my kids, we, I have some guitars tuned to open. Huh?
B.B. King.
B.B. King. I love B.B. King. I love Albert King. Freddie King is really good. He's very, I like to play a couple Freddie King stuff. He inspired Clapton too. And so, and
Son learned by using tabs. You use tabs sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
I use tabs sometimes. This is the thing. I use Ultimate Guitar that I have on my phone, and it's like, when it first came out, I paid $250 for it, and now that costs like maybe $250 a month. But I was when it first started, so I still have it for.
You know who Rory Gallagher is?
Rory Gallagher, real good, really good blues guy, and yeah, I taught a lot of people how to play the guitar. I try to get my kids out. Like I have some guitars tuned open tuning now because of you guys, because of the Ramblers. I played a song here one time, and somebody was saying, play Clapton, Running on Faith. And I used to know how to do it, but I just knew the chords. And I looked and see the way Clapton does it. He does it with a slide, and he tunes his guitar open. And I've been practicing ever since. So I like to play the slide guitar and open tunings. And so Eddie Van Halen, like he's heavy duty. I cannot play any of his. And so so I shouldn't play him a song, right? Huh? You love cocaine? I've done cocaine in the past. Maybe you haven't not done that stuff.
Ask Casbot. She knows the rules for that.
Thank God.
What are the rules for the songs, Casbot, if you do a cover on your own? What happens? He didn't get in trouble the last time. There's certain songs you can do, right?
Springsteen's good. He's got a big voice. And
it depends. Do you have a master book to look it up?
Yeah, maybe does she do any Stevie Nicks or?
No. I'm asking her like what you can cover and not get in trouble. Bots.
James Brown, Ray Charles, I like them guys. And like Albert King. Albert King was good. He did that song, "Born Under a Bad Sign." That's really good.
I'll wait till the trolls get that. Yeah, I love cocaine.
Cocaine, that's a cool song.
No, but she's saying some.
You love doing the cocaine?
No, the people that.
But
I think so, Pitbull, right? I think so.
And there's Fleetwood Mac. I love Fleetwood Mac. Lindsey Buckingham's a really good guitarist. How about Dire Straits? And Robin Trower.
Oh yeah.
Brad Paisley's a good country picker. Really good. And Billy Joel's great. I play a lot of his songs, but he's on the piano, and I just figure out the chords. We have keyboards here. We have piano also, and I try to go from the guitar to the keyboard to try to figure out what makes the chord and how do they play certain stuff like blues and all. And
Ethan almost plays a keyboard by ear. He plays by ear.
Like Ethan will play. They'll play a jingle from Nationwide is on your side. That's
yeah,
the
Danielle. I'll get to it, but we were watching that.
Yeah, the whole Unplugged album. Yeah, that's has a couple songs on there. It's open G, and ever since I first played the guitar for the Ramblers, I've been trying to play with the open tuning. And Dire Straits is great.
They said you could play something because if the worst comes to worst, I can cut it out, or you could. But I think if you're playing by yourself, you're okay.
I can imagine how good Dire Straits was. Mark Knopfler is like crazy good guitarist. He's not standard. He plays with his fingers and really has his own way of playing. And so Casbot should tell me a couple songs that we could cover, and if she records it, I can play the guitar over it. What's that song about the red light?
What red light?
You mean not Jimi Hendrix or Sting?
Who sang a red light?
Or a red light?
Roseanne? No, isn't that Roseanne?
Red light. What now?
No, isn't it Roseanne? You better. Is it? Roxanne.
Roxanne. Could be that. Brian May of Queen. They're so good. ZZ Top. I love them. I saw them a couple times in concert. And Roxanne. Prince, he's a really good guitarist too. Very good. People don't even realize how good he is. The Eagles, I know I played so many different Eagles songs. Joe Walsh. Leonard Cohen. I mean, he's a good, crazy good songwriter. I'm not really. I've been wanting to check him out more, but I'm not. Be kind, be humble, be honest. Okay.
Oh, good night, cowgirl.
Good night, cowgirl. Jimmy, you're the lead. You choose
a song.
Tell me.
Send me. You're playing it, and I'll learn and record it.
Okay. Eric Clapton. I love Eric Clapton. I saw him in concert 3 times. He's such a classy guy. Let me think. Maybe Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh is a classy guy too. He's sobered up now too. Good for him. Same with Alice Cooper. So a lot of these guys are sobered up. I'm sobered up. Huh. I'll tell you what, I'll get a guitar and I'll play something.
Alright.
Alright, huh?
Mm.
Tears in Heaven, yeah, I know that too.
Oh, he plays that all the time. Constantly, Casbot. No, he plays it all the time. It's a little depressing. No, he's gonna play you something now. He's warming up. Yeah, I know, Diana. That's why it's very sad. Yeah, me too, KS. You're welcome, Kathy. Okay, your warm-up is over. You play flute? My daughter played flute. Not too well, though. She played piano, too, but she's about as good on piano as I am. But Ethan plays the keyboards by ear. He'll just come on the piano and he'll play. What was he playing the other day? Stand By Me, just by ear. Josephine? We have Josephine. Who's Josephine? Or is that a song? Yeah, Luke and Jimmy look a lot alike, yeah. Okay, Jimmy. Your son's self-taught, yeah. Ethan just turned 12. No, we've done it before. Plus I can cut it out, but it's not copyright. You don't get copyright for that. It doesn't work that way for music. It's different. It doesn't, like, you don't get a strike like that. It's totally different. And plus he's playing himself. It's a cover. He was seeing Casbot going live. I had to check her out. Ouch. Mommy and the Ramblers. Oh, good night, Mommy and the Ramblers. Good night. Okay, Jimmy, your warm-up's over.
Huh?
Your warm-up's over.
My voice is somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Your voice is somewhere, you don't know where? This is what I wanted for Cowgirl. Mommy played piano by ear, too. You play piano by ear, too? The natives are getting restless. Oh, okay. We put him on Claritin.
And it helps, but if Zoe doesn't take it, she
Itches. She licks her paws.
scratch. So let's see. My voice is shot. I think it's because I have like an earache. I have water in my ear and
Oh, stop
bothering me.
it. Yeah, okay. He's just trying.
Feels like
Yeah.
I got a lot of phlegm in my throat. But not that I can sing good to start with, but I can do better than I'm doing now. This guitar is tuned in standard. That's where you can see. See. But if you just hit the strings, here it sounds like crap. But watch this one right here. This one is like open tuning, so it's tuned to a chord already. It's tuned to G. It's the whole thing. Like kids who play. On the day I was born, bad to the bone. Where's my thing? Let me see something. I have it. And so I'll play something first thing on the other. And I'm not gonna sing the whole thing, that's for sure. When my voice gets better here, I will play a different song. I'm just gonna play a blues.
I thought they said you were playing Tears in Heaven. You're not. Where do you get the blues from? You know, I hate the blues. So what was going on? What were you practicing with that other one?
Just checking out if I can sing it.
Oh.
So Tears in Heaven, I cannot sing it.
What about Mr. Bojangles? You can't do that one?
I wish you guys sing it.
I don't sing.
If I saw you in heaven, would it be the same? If I saw you in heaven, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven.
They say it's a lot like you, Lisa. I don't sing, Linda.
Would you hold my hand if I saw you? I try to stay in key if I can.
You're playing too low, aren't you?
No.
No?
Would you understand? My voice is just really shot. If I saw you in heaven, I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven.
Why don't you play Mr. Bojangles or something?
Time can bring you down. Time can bring you down. Sorry, I cannot sing.
I know. So why don't you play the other?
I'm not gonna be able to do Mr. Bojangles.
Why?
I don't know what it is. My voice is shot. Something's wrong with it. Can't you hear it?
I don't know. Let me just hear you say. Let me just hear it because
Let me see. I knew a man.
But why are you playing so low?
That's the way you have to do it.
No, you used to always play the music loud.
Oh, you mean quietly?
You're playing so
'Cause I don't wanna-
quietly.
I can't belt it out. Let me just do it. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he'll dance for you. Your worn out shoe, silver hair, ragged shirt, and baggy pants. Everybody knows this song though. The old soft shoe. You jump so high, jump so high. Then you lightly touch down. I met him in the jail in New Orleans. I was down and out. He looked to me to be the eyes of age as he spoke right out. He talked of life, Laughed, slapped his leg instead. Said his name, Bojangles, and he danced a lick across the cell. He grabbed his pants, a better stance, then he jumped up high. And he clicked his heels. He let go, laugh, let go, laugh. Shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles dance.
Why don't you just play? You usually play a
He
little
danced for
louder.
those in minstrel shows and county fairs. It's a sad song, but first part.
I used to listen to this song all
Throughout
the
the
time.
South, he spoke with tears of 15 years how his dog and he had traveled about. His dog up and died he up and died. After 20 years, he still grieves. He said, I dance now every chance at honky tonks for drinks and tips, but most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drinks a bit. He shook his head, and as he shook his head, I heard someone asking, please, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. Oh, please dance one more time. Dance for me. That's a sad song if you listen to the words. But yeah, a lot of the stuff like let me see how you do that. That's it right here. Let me see. Oh yeah, it goes. This here it goes. Oh man, sorry.
What is that, the song they asked you to play? Is that the Clapton song? What is that song?
That's Jimi Hendrix did.
Oh.
The bluesy way of a voodoo child. Will I wait around a train station? But also Clapton, like. What do you do when you get lonely? No one waiting by your side. You've been running and hiding much too long. You know it's just your foolish pride. Lay low. You got me on my knees. There's that one. I would, if somebody could help, that would be great. And
Cast might not do much.
and like the one. What is the one?
What? Landslide. She could probably do landslide. Yeah, she could.
Probably.
Yeah.
And
Not on the bus. Oh, you're on the bus? Oh, you're on the Casbah's on the bus.
and I see ZZ Top. And see.
She's on the bus,
I
Carol
like that
Lucy.
one. I like that one. Just got paid. Just got paid today. Got me a pocket full of change. That's an old song by ZZ Top. Maybe like 1972. Anyway, so this is a. The first songs I ever learned was like this.
2 lessons.
My stepdad showed me how to do it, and I would sit there and just do it for like so long. I would try to just get the
You
time.
could do lessons. Look, I
Yeah, I
could
could
get
do
a night.
lessons.
You could.
I
I
could
could
do
get a night off. Jimmy doesn't need his own channel. He could go on. I can get nights off.
See, with the guitar, you need to have one that you could play that plays good. Not just don't go buy a cheap guitar at a stores. Probably the strings are like half inch above the frets. You need to get a guitar that plays good. You can use you can go get a used guitar and tell them you want something that plays easy, or if like electric guitar is much easier to play than this, and nylon string one. What I just see like George Thorogood and ZZ. What else do I know about ZZ Top? I know like I think I need a pick.
Doobie Brothers. They said any Doobie Brothers?
Yeah, that one was fun. Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the news. So happy. The Beatles, I love the Beatles. I used to hate the Beatles growing up because my sister listened to it, my older sister. I have it blasted, even though I knew every word to the, from the 60s, she, this is when we're talking about it, and I just hated the Beatles. Until I got older and started checking them out. I love the Beatles. So, let me think. Yeah, I know Neil Young, and I saw him about George Thorogood. George Thorogood does
bread. You don't do any bread.
Yeah, wait a minute.
No, you don't.
Who does that song?
Which one?
It goes let's see. Yes, I got what I deserve.
No, that's not bread.
That's not bread. That's
No way.
I need a pick for this stuff.
No way. Bread is the air that I breathe.
I deserve.
Aubrey, the Guitar Man, isn't it?
Oh, guitar. I knew that one.
The Guitar Man.
I used to know the guitar. I mean, I don't want to try to figure it out now, but
James Taylor.
Lion King tracks. No, but I actually have the tab to some of them. Hakuna Matata, I have that. And Bonnie Raitt, I love Bonnie Raitt. The Who, I love The Who. Oh, Blackwater, yeah. Let me see. If you tune it down, oh, it's a deep. Yeah. Will I build me a raft? That's a hard one to sing too. Wait, what did I do with that?
I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, Priscilla. That doesn't sound like Blackwater.
What?
That doesn't sound like Blackwater.
No, I didn't. That song is Born Under a Bad Sign.
Oh, well, come on. I hate that song.
Either one for bad luck.
Okay, that's such a depressing song. Stop with the depressing stuff.
Good stuff is like a lot of Clapton stuff is good. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Let me see.
But yeah.
It's Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary had a little lamb, deep as white as snow. guys know that song? Mary Had a Little Lamb by Stevie Ray, or this one right here? Well, you heard about love giving sight to the blind. My baby's loving cause the sun will shine. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm her little lover boy. I need a pick. What else? I just saw some other cool stuff.
Oh yeah, Michelle.
I love the blues too. Been listening to my neighbors. Just talking to my friends. Everybody's hurting. When's it gonna end? Hard time. I'm talking about hard time.
They want to know if you know how to play Kumbaya.
Who?
Kumbaya.
If it wasn't for my woman, I think I'd lose my mind. Prices going up down at the dollar store. Things we used to buy, we can't buy no more. Hard time. I'm talking about hard time. If it wasn't for my woman, I think I'd lose my mind. The last verse is depressing, so I don't want to sing it. She doesn't like it.
I don't like that. It's depressing.
Mustang Sally, I know that stuff. Let me just think for 1 second here. Like I know like so many Clapton ones.
Stairway to Heaven, you know that, right?
What now?
Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway to Heaven, yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I messed up.
Yeah, I know.
Middle bottom blues, you made me cry. I don't wanna lose this feeling. If I could choose a place to die, it would be in your arms. Do you wanna see me crawl across the floor to you? Do you wanna hear me beg you to take me back? I gladly do. I don't wanna get away. Give me one more day, please. Yeah, I love While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Somebody's son did it.
Sharon's son.
Sharon's son, I mean, he's really did it really. I see. See, I try to do all of it at the same. I try to pick the lead and the rhythm at the same time, and I haven't done it in a while. Sorry, dang it, I haven't done it so long.
You used to play that song all the time.
Yeah, I was practicing sleeping. While my guitar gently. Something like that. I need to practice it a little bit. And Just Got Paid, I heard somebody ask about that.
What?
I should walk in there and get a pick. The song Just Got Paid. It's like a heavy duty.
How could you come up without a pick?
I forgot. I got my slide. Let me just go grab it a little bit.
I have to cough now. Hey, say Robbie. I have my full heart and hands. Who else came in? He plays, yes, electric, yes, and acoustic, yep.
This one right here, it's kind of heavy duty, folks. I played it a little bit a while ago. It came out, ZZ Top, it came out maybe like 1972. Before LaGrange, before the one that came out like 73. Pay today, got me a pocket full of change. Said just got paid today, got me a pocket full of change. If you feel like working hard all day, step on my shoes, you can take my pay. Well, I was born my papa's son. When I hit the ground, I was on the run. Say, black sheep, black, do you got some wool? Yes, I do, man, my bag is full. And the hound dog bark at the black of the night. Put my hands in my pocket and everything, it's alright. Anyway, that's a cool, hard driving song there. Let me see, American Pie, that's a good. Dust in the Wind too. Well, not clue, all along the Watchtower, Hotel California. Yeah, I know those for the most. I know them for the most part. Like I know a lot of the Eagles, also, and yeah, I could show people how to play the guitar. I would do it my way to give you a song to play to keep your interest, like a little blues song, and then teach you some chords. The same chords you hit here, you can hit up here. D, hit a D here. And there's a lot of other little ways of doing it also. Yeah, I brought my guitar to campfires, parties, all the time. I mean, I stopped drinking in 1990, but I'm still like, thank God I did. But I still like go to, I brought my guitar to a lot of functions with people partying and, the whole, like you get like 50 people singing Margaritaville and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the kids, they fool around a little bit like that. They'll play Lean On Me on the keyboard because I try to figure out stuff on the keyboard, and the kids will do that.
Stand By Me, isn't it?
No, it's Lean On Me.
Oh.
Like C, if it's in C. It goes, C. Anyway, the songs I've been learning, let me see. Here's one I've been just trying to learn. Right here. It goes like this. Let's see, hang on. Let's see, yeah. Used to be such a sweet, sweet boy, play. Got a hold of me. I open doors for little old ladies, just the blind to see. Got no friends cause they read the papers. They can't be seen with me. And I'm getting real shut down and I'm be seeing him tomorrow night. And he did. Alice Cooper actually does a lot of really nice songs now. You know that are.
You know
not
how to
heavy
play his
duty.
other one?
What is that now? Another one by. So what is that about teaching up there? Can you teach us a song? On
Every
guitar?
night, every night. Not every night, once a
Not
week.
every night.
Not
I can
every
do it
night,
once a
week.
week. And let me see. Let me see that Princess Megan. I'll show you something.
Do you
right
think
here.
Jimmy would do a once a week tutorial on how to play the guitar?
I would. But you guys should get like a nylon string, like borrow a guitar. It has to be something that's set up right that's easy to play. Because I've had some horrible things to play, and they beat your fingers off. It's rough on your fingers, and you don't want to. Your fingers don't want to go that way. They don't want to do that stuff, you know. And but they will. You just keep it up. Like if you play, I told people this for years. If you try to play a song, try to play the guitar once a week, at least once a week for a little bit of time. That's all you can do. Try more, and then in 2 years you'll be able to play a song for people, and they would like to listen to it. If you don't, you won't be able to play a song. So,
2 years it will take you to play one song?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, just fooling around with it, grabbing it once in a while. I mean, when I started playing rock and roll when I was a teenager, after I learned the blues, I used to play stuff like rock and roll hoochie coo, and I could hear it. It sounded like that to me, but it didn't. I know it sounded like crap. I couldn't hit all the strings down. The jumping jack flash I learned. So this guitar is tuned open G, and it's like really easy to play if you know how to do it. Like that. It's just on the day I was born. That's how easy it is to play. Bad to the Bone. It's Let me see. Let me try this.
Only Women Bleed. That's what you just
Only
mentioned.
Women Bleed.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
You just mentioned that the other day. You don't remember?
I know. I like that one. When I come home at night, I wanna wrap my arm around you. I wanna hug you and squeeze you till passion starts to run. Anyway, so the slide, you need to figure out. Yesterday I just started putting it on my pinky. I was putting it here.
I got the shirt at Ollie's. I'm not joking.
this
They're
shirt?
asking about the shirt. I got it at Ollie's. Are you kidding? I got it at Ollie's. I'm not kidding you. I think it was $3.99.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does. It's
I'm serious.
Dazed and Confused.
I'm serious.
And that's a good. It's a cool song. It's pretty easy to play on the guitar. Jimmy Page does stuff on open G, and also so does Rolling Stones, Keith Richards, and like he does this song. Let me try it.
What was that?
Keith Richards.
No, that bang on the floor.
I don't know what is this.
Drum.
Let's see. Hang on for a minute.
Hang on.
Yeah, there you go.
Seriously, hippie. Yeah.
Let me try to do it. Let me see. Yeah, you got satin shoes. Yeah, so that's one of the songs Stones do on open G, and let me say, a lot of George Thorogood does a lot of them, and so does Jimmy Page. Like where you hear the song goes like. I'll try it. I haven't played.
You don't play any Spanish guitar, right? You don't play Spanish guitar.
I could play something that sounds like Spanish.
That doesn't sound Spanish.
What now?
That doesn't sound Spanish.
Oh, that's not. I would have to do it on the other guitar.
Okay.
So here's a song. Here's Clapton right here. He does like on the Unplugged album, he does a couple songs in open G, like I think I'm rolling and tumbling. You know, that's So I'm gonna try this with my pinky first. Start with. Let's see. This is because of you guys. I started playing the song, the guitar with open tuning and with a slide. I've never tried it before, till somebody said, "Can you play Running on Faith?" And I looked it up, and he does it with a slide. He does it just like this, just not just like this, but something like this. I better put it on the finger I've been playing on, just so I can get, not mess up. Lately I've been on faith. What else can a poor boy do? But my world would be right if love would come over you.
Yeah, so let's see.
Lately I've been talking in my sleep. Plus, also, I don't play with the pick, sorry. Can't imagine what I have to say, except my world would be right if love will come your way. Sorry. I've always been sorry. One to take each and every day. Seem like by now I find love who care just for me. Then we go running on faith. All of our dreams will come true, and our world will be right if love will come over you. Yes, it's true.
Did you ever play? They asking if you played in clubs. You didn't. You played in a restaurant. You played in a restaurant.
I played, back in the day. We did. Me and Captain Wayne and some guys down there. We played in clubs. I don't see how we did it though.
Oh, but.
Is it? Hang on.
That's what happened, Sheila. They always want another one. Well, thank you, Jenny D. Mommy Ramblings, Blog Blogs, always learning something and never boring. Love the positive community. Thank you, Jenny D1.
Yeah, so hey, thanks for listening, guys. Sorry I'm not practiced up, and sorry my voice is shot, and kind of, wish I used to play a lot, and then having kids and around the house, I don't get to.
Yeah, you play all the time. You play all the time.
I pick it up in the morning, and
afternoon.
I try to play something new. What was that one? Oh yeah, remember the one that I said it was very. It turned out to be. It's kind of easy once you figure it out, but it's like this one here. heading in a den of bad men, whiskey bottles piling high. Well, the boozer was there on my left side, full of people who were doing wrong. Just about to call up the DA man when I heard this woman playing the song. Pair of 45 made me open my eyes. Temperature started to rise. She was a long, cool woman with a black dress, 5'9", beautiful, tall. Just one look, I was a bad mess, 'cause that long, cool woman had it all. That's a cool song, and the other one that we think the one that goes. Sorry. Guess I got what I deserve. Sorry. Kept you waiting for too long, my love. That time without a word. Let's realize that I'd be hurt, that I'd regret. Special love I have with you, my baby blue. I wish I had a singer to help me.
Casbot's on the bus, sorry.
Huh?
Casbot's on the bus.
Is she really on the bus?
She really is on the bus. She's
Where's
going
she
to work in the UK.
Oh, okay. Well, it's time.
It's time for them to go to work.
Okay, folks. I'm shot. And thanks for listening. I'll teach if we can figure out how who has a guitar and who wants to learn how to play some songs. So, yeah, Badfinger.
Who's got a bad finger?
No, Badfinger. That's who that song I just did.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, honey. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, you're so tired? Yeah, Jimmy's not usually up this late. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. He just found out what time it is. You'd love to learn some guitar? Then I said I could take the night off, and someone said, no. You have to be there with him. No, I could be at Ollie's. I could check in from Ollie's. He could have the thing out. I could check in. That would be nice. Oh, so that was a strange night. He might take it over. Yeah. I can beat him up. That was fun. I hope, yeah, he can talk tomorrow. His voice always gets like that at the end of the night. He's just trying to milk it for sympathy. So you say your voice sounds great. Sunny Bunny, you got kissed tonight? You had a date? Congratulations. Sunny Bunny. Never know what to expect. Yeah, cases, music, physics, cake. You forgot the cake, Jessica. Cake. It was a good, strange night. Cake. All right, but you got. Hey, good for you, Sunny. Good for you. I guess we'll call it a night now. And Lucas, you never know what you're gonna get on this live, right? You never know. Anyway, everybody, thank you to our mods for helping out, and thank you to everyone that was here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll be praying for your mother, Angel Callie. Let her know that we need her back at the next, whatever the next craft is, that she's got to get better for then. She's got to get better then. And before you go out, I got my head. I'll show you this tomorrow. I'll leave you with that. You can wonder what my head is about. I'll talk to you more tomorrow. All right? Take care, everybody. Good night. Love you guys. Let me end this. Yes, end that. Say good night, Jimmy. Say good night, Jimmy.
Good night, everybody.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with me.
Good night, Tracy.